I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We lose together. We rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. Bonitile koro oladara. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea, okay. We will lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. Together we can be strong. We rise, we fall together.
G'day, mate. Welcome back to the channel, people. Hit that like button, subscribe, all of that shit. We're here for a mix of a cooking and a match preview because we've got 2 London derbies in the space of 4 days. But guys, what's everybody saying, people? What's everybody saying? Yet again, dunking on Tottenham, even with one of the weakest Chelsea squads we have ever seen in our lives. I didn't think we'd do it again after 2020 when we played Spurs like 2 weeks before lockdown. And we had, 11 first-team players out? We managed to outdo that. We won by the exact same scoreline with even more people injured. It's insane. I said how to pronounce. Good eye, mate. Oh, is that how you do it? Yeah, shout out Maldini. Big up, bro. My Australian accent is absolute garbage, by the way. So apologies to everyone with that. I absolutely spurs that up in typical fashion. But, well. It's part of the nature of Tottenham anyway. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's locked in. Everybody spam mate in the chat. Everybody spam mate. Hope everybody's feeling good, because I don't know how long this feeling is going to last. Because West Ham is coming on Sunday and they play a style of football that doesn't really suit us. Doesn't really suit us. But shout out to all you, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe. And yeah, Tottenham, you lot are a disgrace. 14 injuries. And a man couldn't get past Gilchrist at right back. Also, shout out to Gilchrist as well, because he stepped up when we needed him to. He may have failed the Emirates test, but he passed the Son test. And Son fucking failed. Fucking failed, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody spamming mate. Big up to every single one of you. Big up to every single one of you. It's a shame that we bottled so many games this season, because we could genuinely be talking about finishing above Tottenham this season. There is still a quiet hope that we could do it, but Chelsea winning their last 4 games in a row. Yeah, sure. Sure, I will believe that when I see it. Just take it a game at a time. Just take it a game at a time. I said, Palace put 5 past us, you'll be fine. Palace have a new manager. They're in stage 1 of their process. So I won't speak too much about that. Yeah, man, shout out baby Alex. Put Son in a spliff. Then he put Brennan Johnson in a spliff. Richie did fuck all. And yeah, the Tottenham fans were in tears. And another season where they come to the bridge and they get battered. This is exactly what I said on the Back Again pod. This is not a war. This is pest control. This is bullying. This is just a constant reminder to Tottenham that you are little bro. You do not talk on Chelsea. You speak nicely when you speak on our football club, because we have owned you for years. We have cost you European football for years. We have battered you at home for years. We have more wins over you in the league than nobody else in Premier League history. We have more goals scored against you than anybody else in Premier League history. This is not a rivalry. This is just bullying. We are in control of your destiny every single time, and it gets to a point where, do we even need to play Spurs? Why don't you, man, just give us 6 points and we just keep it stepping? Keep it stepping, my guys. Because I know you lot don't like coming to the bridge, and you barely even beat us at your ground. You had a little run in the 10s, and now that's gone. But hey, they thought Agent Poch was going to do something for them. Agent Poch. Even Pochettino at his worst can't out Spurs. Because you lot had the chance to dunk on us at your ground, and what did you do? You Spursed it up. You're in cruise control, 1-0 up, dominating, and then your bozo centre-back Romeo decides to start kicking his own teammates. Well, his own international teammates. You have you donkey getting 2 yellow cards, and then your idiot manager still playing a high line. Yeah, you need to give credit to Vicario for that even staying at 4-1. That should have basically been 6 or 7. But speaking of 6 or 7, 6-1 on aggregate. With this mess. You don't deserve top 4. You don't deserve top 4. And it's a good thing that we basically knocked you out of the race for 4th. How many points are they off? I know we're 9 points behind them. How many points are they off? 7 points away from Villa. And Villa have like 3 games to play. So if they win like 2 matches, they're already there. They're already there. Hold that. Hold that. Always remember your place in the London pecking order. And that's below us. And that's even below Arsenal. That's even below Arsenal. Learn your place, pussies. But shout out to Chelsea as well. As much as I can cook Tottenham, I need to shout out the players. I need to shout out the manager. Because they all stepped up. Even though that's the same team that played on Saturday, they didn't look fatigued at all. They looked like the better side. They looked like they were up for the fight from minute 1. Caicedo and Gallagher bossed the midfield. Madueke and Palmer dominated the right-hand side. Mudryk should have probably had an assist or 2. Trev! Big Trev! Jehovah's son. He needs to stay. I really hope we don't have to get rid of him. I know there's PSR rules and everything like that, but like, I really hope we don't get rid of Trev because he's such good quality depth. Such good quality depth. And he always seems to give you a 7 out of 10 minimum whenever he starts. Plus, he gives you valuable experience. So I hope we can keep him. I hope we can keep him. If we can't, it will hurt, but I understand if we need to sell for the sake of PSR and for the sake of not getting any fines or point deductions. I will understand that, but I would like to see us keep Trev. He's really come back into form over the last few months. Look, so D, I probably have to apologize to Trev as well because I let his long-term injury and his first few starts coming back from fitness, I let that cloud my judgment over him, and I completely forgot about how good he was for the last 2 seasons. So I'm glad he's reminded everybody. I'm really glad he reminded everybody. Badiashile as well, slowly starting to look like the player from last season. Cucurella, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The right amount of aggression, great passing, helped us to flood the midfield. Helped us to push Caicedo and Gallagher further forward. Clear of Chilwell. I've been saying clear of Ben Chilwell. Jackson. Like we said yesterday, if Drogba owns Arsenal, Nicholas Jackson owns Tottenham. 4 goals on your head top. 4 goals on your head top. And I remember the cooking that Tottenham fans were trying to give him. Remember expressions before the first time we played him. He was like, there's more chance Michael Jackson scoring a hat-trick than Nicholas Jackson scoring against us. Brother has 4 goals in 2 games. You're going to have to hold that stupendously, outrageously, and all of that shit. SmackDown's live at 6 p.m. Oh, that's my night sorted. Oh, what a day. What a day. We also might be doing a Backlash watch-along tomorrow, so keep a lookout. I'm trying to figure out my plans for tomorrow. We may be doing a Backlash watch-along. But yeah, SmackDown at 6 p.m. Jeez. Let's go. It's been a great 24 hours. It's been a really good 24 hours. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's locked in. Big up to Ace Solomon. Big up to Sean. Big up to Squaremore. Big up to Bobby. Big up to Joker. Big up to... I think I said Sean twice. Big up to Daniel. Saying, I want my Chalobah apologies. I backed him since day 1. Yeah, Maldini, because they're in France, innit? So it's live at 6. Boom. Let's go. Don't have to stay up till 1 a.m. But yeah, shout out Daniel. You've been very consistent with Chalobah. Like, I've always liked Chalobah, but I really underestimated how he would be coming back from injury. And I'm so glad that he's just produced the same level of consistency that he did last season, that he did the season before. I hope we keep him. I really hope we keep him. And if we sell him, please don't sell him to a team in England. Send him out to Inter or Bayern. Because they were both interested in him before. They might still come back in for him. Actually, no. They went and signed Diana. I don't know if they're going to get Trev with him. But yeah, any watch-alongs tomorrow? I might do the Arsenal game. 12:30 kickoff. I could stay live for the 3 PMs as well, because now we're technically doing Race for Europe. Although I don't want to jump to conclusions with it, because it would be so typical for us to win this match and then drop against West Ham and then drop 2 more points. I really can't be bothered for that. Yeah, Backlash is tomorrow, bro. Backlash is tomorrow. React to Expressions fan cam. Cook this guy, please. Okay. I haven't even watched this fan cam back. Let me do that. I'll set that up for you. We got time. What is Expressions saying? Also, apologies for the late fan cam for yesterday. YouTube was on a madness. Nobody's videos were getting uploaded until like 3 p.m. Everything was just lagging. It was just, this video will process shortly. 5 hours later. Still waiting. That's why I dropped it at 10 o'clock. Like, why am I going to put a video out at 4 a.m.? Who's here for that? Nobody. CBA for that. So yeah, check that out if you guys haven't done so already. But yeah, big up to every single one of you for weighing. Where is the Expressions video? Let's get that up.
Taxes and getting touched by Chelsea. Death, taxes, and getting touched by Chelsea. That's 0 wins in 3, and I'm absolutely seething, blood. We've had 1 win in 33 years at Stamford Bridge, blood. That's like me going carnival all my life like Little Dirk and dancing with no gal. No girl, fam. Not a single wine, fam. When we turn up to Stamford Bridge, we may as well just jump off the bridge. What's the point, bruh? They've had the worst season ever, and they've beat us twice. Surely, we're just Premier League victims at this point. We've gone from the Battle of the Bridge to the Battle of the Bums. And even then, Chelsea made an example out of us. We're like a mock exam to them. Andrew on the sideline looking like an Australian Barry Evans, fam. About to have a heart attack. Because these plays, they were embarrassing. All the possession in the world for nothing. Premier League past the parcel. Then you get in front of goal and you get dementia, blood. Drew Barry.
Premier League past the parcel. Battle at the Bridge. I might as well. This guy is an absolute poet, man. I have to say that as well. Hold that. First and foremost, hold that. Nicholas Jackson owns your club. But second of all, bruv, there's a reason why I say this guy is like The Rock when it comes to talking, bro. These one-liners are insane. Shout out to X, man. But also hold that stupendously.
More 51st date today was an absolute disgrace. Watching Tottenham Hotspur was like a man with no teeth chewing gum, fam. Let me tell you this, if set pieces are not a problem for Tottenham Hotspur, then we've literally got Stevie Wonder with a surfboard in charge, fam. There's more chance of me playing Zac Efron in a High School Musical reboot, Troy Bolton, fam, than set pieces not being a problem for Tottenham. What's man talking about? Brother, Ange must be on that Daniela Westbrook, that Dyson Fury, fam. If we're going to just keep letting man in from set pieces, we may as well hire Laurie Harvey, because at least she'll look good, blood, in training. What's man talking about? Mason Jedniak, sack him. 2-0 loss and destroyed in the last 3 games. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of this garbage.
Yo, let me skip this part though still.
By Boohoo Man. Make sure you scan the barcode or links in the description using code BIGX and you can get sensational deals off. They got tracksuits, they got jackets, T-shirts, they got it all.
Now, you know what?
You can buy something for yourself, your missus, your kids, whatever you want to do. Use code BIGX and you can get sensational discount. And hopefully they sell trophies, fam. Let me get to this game, bro. I've had enough now, blood. 2-0 down to Chelsea, fam. I'm telling you, every year, man get touched at Stamford Bridge, blood. I've seen my team win once at Stamford Bridge and I was there. And every year since then, we get touched, blood. We get touched, blood. Stamford Bridge, we may as well play this game at Neverland Resort. Play this game at Philip Schofield's house. I'm tired of getting touched. No Diddy, blood. Play in the Diddy mansion. What we going?
Nah, that is insane, bruv. What the hell? I said I might as well be in Neverland. Man talking about the island. The island, I won't say the name of the island for monetization purposes, but blood. Oh my goodness.
On Stamford Bridge for? We get touched every year, fam. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea could play their kids. I'm telling you, every player that played today could have put their youths on the field and they would have won 5-0. I'm tired of it. Why do I come in every year thinking we'll get something against Chelsea? There's no point. There's absolutely no point. We got destroyed by Newcastle 4-0. We got slapped by Arsenal when we were trying to stop them from winning the title. And then you think, you know what, boys? Do something for the fans. Give the fans something to fight for. The same fans that's been supporting you throughout. Do you know them way there? Give them something. And you show up and you put on a disgraceful performance like that against Chelsea after they served us up in the first half of the season. They beat us 4-1. They were the reason why our season just went downhill, blood. Do you know what I mean, fam? And you decide to perform like that. That's a non-performance, blood. A non-performance, bro. I'm telling you, bruv, we are cursed. There's no point. This fixture is cursed. Brother, when Paul Pogba was putting his sacrifices on Kylian Mbappe and that, I'm pretty sure maybe he saw a Tottenham shirt and did something. This is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. I can't tell you who turned up for us today. I can't even be bothered to get into the game. All I know is...
I hope he goes after the main players. I do want to say that.
...is we conceded from two set pieces, bro. 2 set pieces, bro. And it's an absolute disgrace, bro. And the worst thing is, bro, you think that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel and just coming out saying that set pieces are not a problem, mate. We're just going to stick to our football. It's a part of the game, fam. What do you think? This is an addition? Do you think, yeah, that this is a half...
That is a message to Pochettino, by the way. That is a message to Pochettino as well.
Time penalty, blood. What's man talking about? Set pieces are a part of the game. So how can man not be training that? When Eric Dyer came out saying that Tottenham don't do no tactics in training, this, that, and the other, I thought he was on sour grapes. Do you get me, fam? That's what I thought. I thought man was on that sour diesel, blood. But, bro, he was right. He was right. What are these man doing? Tick-a-tacker, touching balls. I'm telling you, the training session's looking like joy for Michael Barrymore, Neil Patrick Harris, fam. I'm telling you, bruv, I've about had enough. I'm serious. We are so vulnerable. Every time the team get a free kick, every time they get a corner, I know for a fact that we're going down, blood. I'm telling you.
I see Warrior asking for the expressions goal reaction. We already brought that up yesterday. Do you guys want me to just go on to fans react and get all the fans reactions for both goals? Let me know, because we got time today. We can savor another W over Spurs if you want to. Let me know in the chat, people. Let me know in the chat.
You, fam. We're going down like we're eating the Chronicles of Panania, fam. Tongue tornado business. I always know, fam. You get me? That's what it is.
You have spoken. Say less.
Vicario, surrounded like Ip Man. You get me, with the 10 black belts, fam. Every time they get a set piece. Because teams know that's our weakness. And Andrew wants to say that it's not a problem, fam. Man wants to say if you followed me in Celtic or in Australia. Brother, Scotland and Australia is not the Premier League, fam. No, it's not, bruv. Maybe you can come with that football championship manager tactics, but in the Premier League, you will be found out, bruv. You get me, fam? That's it. And we've been found out like Jussie Smollett, blood. I done told you, man, fam. Jussie Smollett, blood. That is us, fam. Find out, bruv. Find out. Do you get me, bruv? And we've been getting popped ever since, blood. I'm watching these, our last few games. It's like eating a bowl of Rice Krispies, fam. Snap, crackle, pop, blood. You know them way there, fam. We've been popped. That is 3 L's in a row. And this ain't the first time this season that we've gone back-to-back with 0 wins in 3. Because it started from Aston Villa. Not Aston. With Aston, yeah. I believe it started from Aston Villa. Or even Chelsea.
Yeah, didn't they lose like 4 in a row or something after they lost 4-1 to us? Let me know in the chat, guys. Now, in fact, I'll go find that myself. I swear they went on a big losing streak after they lost to us. Yeah, they did. Yeah, not a losing streak. They drew with City. But after they lost 4-1 to us, they didn't win for another 4 games. Yeah, they didn't win for another 4 games.
From Chelsea. When we lost to Chelsea, we went on a 0-3. I'm sure we did. And it's unacceptable, bruv. So man can say, oh, X, you're being reactionary. No, I'm not, bruv. No, I'm not. I know what Ange's brought to us, but it doesn't mean that I can't call out foolishness. Why is Lo Celso not playing? No minutes, blood. Flight mode contract, bruv. With free Dragusin. Man, we played with 10 men having Emerson play at left back. You saw what Van der Ven could have done at left back through moments in the game, but you don't want to play him there. You don't want to play Dragusin. You'd rather us have 10 men, fam. You would rather us have Cisco at left back, blood. Like when your booty go danan, danan. Like when they booty da 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 da. I swear down. You would rather have Emerson at left back, fam. Smoking bush. And look, he's on the TV right now. I don't even want to hear what he's going to say. I'm seething, you know. I'm fuming. And I know Andrew's upset because the players absolutely let man down as well. But I'm fuming because of you. Set pieces. We ain't even heard anything about you. When we talk about you talk like it's not a problem, fam. Brother, that's a bigger problem than Stormzy. What's man talking about? Adrian Broner. It's a big problem. It's a massive problem. Brother, I'm seething. I'm absolutely seething. 2 easy goals for Chelsea. 2 easy goals for Chelsea, fam. You get me, bro? These players want to be fighting for top 4. It's over. You will be lucky to make Europa League. We could end up in a Conference League. We got Liverpool next. We could be sacrificed. This was a disgrace of a performance, fam. A disgrace. And I'm not even going to sit here and be like, this is the worst one of the season, because I've seen many. I'm fucking fuming, bruv. No, my brother, I'm done, bruv. I'm done, fam. I'm done.
Head is gone. And I understand. If I got dominated by this Chelsea team twice, I'd be fuming too. But, hey, you should have spoken on Son and Maddison. Because what is Madders doing these days? That's what I want to know. Shout out to Go AM saying only person more hurt about than X about that Spurs loss was Poch. Fucking hell. Hashtag Spuds agent. Hashtag Poch still out. Let's go. Hashtag hugs and kisses. Wow. Guess you're talking about the stuff with Madueke. Yo, you're on cam. What are you doing? Right, yeah, let me get this Tottenham compilation up. Don't worry, man. We didn't forget. And also, before we do that, shout out Andre Santos. I think he won Ligue 1 Young Player of the Month last season. Now he's Strasbourg Player of the Month. Keep shining, King. And come back next season, mate. Come back next season. Hopefully we have Europe. God willing. Yeah, let me get these Tottenham reactions out. Don't worry, we didn't forget. Did I miss any other super chats? No, I didn't. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Hit the like button, by the way, people. Hit that like button. And let's get into it.
Here's Connor with the free kick to the back post. Chalobah's there!
It's 1-0. Set piece.
And it's 1-0.
The story of the
free.
The story of the set pieces.
Completely free.
Raw, Ben actually ends up going to the game. Poor guy, man. Poor guy. How many times they traveled to Chelsea just to be miserable at the end of it? It is peak.
The story of set pieces. It's happened again.
Jehovah's son.
Yeah, God's son.
Big
God's son, Jehovah.
So easy, man. So easy.
Now he's pissed off. Now he's pissed because look, it's happened again. You can't make this up. Time and
It's happened again. Tottenham Hotspur. It's happened again.
time again.
How did they get a free kick? They better defend this, blood. They fucking better defend this. Gallagher in. Oh, another set.
They better defend this, blood.
Bees. Oh, my gaze, blood. Oh, brother. We're going to work on our football. Like set pieces are a part of the game. What do I keep telling it, brother? I swear down, fam. Any kick, blood. They're scoring, fam. Any kick, blood. Kryptonite, blood. Kryptonite, fam. Oh, brother, this is a joke thing. Oh, what a waste of my time, blood. What a waste of my time, you fucking idiots, blood.
No
way!
Another
Another set piece. Are you kidding me?
Another set piece. I do not believe it.
What the hell?
Was it Shaloba? Shaloba.
Oh my lord! Again, another set piece.
I do feel like I can't laugh too much about set pieces, though, just because West Ham's literally around the corner, and that's scaring the shit out of me. But for today, we can be shameless.
It's disgusting. It keeps happening. It keeps fucking happening.
1-0 Chelsea. Ball in, simple free kick. Chalobah, free, header, great header. Great header. Vicario, did he just look like
Allen.
a top quality header?
Talk about bad set pieces. How many set pieces?
Ball comes in. Oh, header. Damn, it's a goal.
Well, on for Eric Rowan, bruv.
Oh, here we go. It's the old set piece rubbish. Look. Okay, Chelsea won. That's all right, boys. Come on. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Oh, Palmer! No, it's off the bar. It's a free header!
No!
It's 2-0 Chelsea.
My lord! How have
Holy
they not
fuck.
cleared it?
How can no one get up and challenge?
How
for
is
a
no one
header?
clearing that?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Oh my
There's two of them
God.
there. There's two of them there. There's fucking two of them there. What are they doing? Standing there like statues. Holy shit.
Oh my lord.
And it's him again. It's Jackson again. He doesn't score all year round and saves it for fucking Tottenham. I mean,
Poor
there's
from
nothing you can
Højbjerg.
do but laugh anymore. I honestly, it's what I keep saying. Just put Sark
Owns you, bruv. Big Drogba owns Arsenal. Baby Drogba owns you lot. You lot are babies in London. Hold.
and clown music to this at this point. It's just getting to that stage of the season.
Jackson again. Ole, ole. Jackson again. Jackson again. Jackson again. Ole, ole. Shaija.
They're all on holidays. You know, they're all in Cancun there. They're all having a great time. Half of them are in Spain. Fucking hell.
Carl Palmer with a free kick over the wall, hits the crossbar, and then everyone taking their fucking sweet ass time. And who is it that gets the header? Oh, look, Nico Jackson. And someone's trying to clear, and Højbjerg's in the way. What the fuck is going on? They're both in each other's way. Oh, how pathetic. Oh my God. Oh my God. You have to do better than that.
Oh! I fucking knew it. Game out, blood. I've had enough. I've had enough, blood. Set piece coaching. Brother, fuck this, fam.
Wait. Anyone know who he's asking for out? Is it Ange? Because I did see he was very critical of him today. Was it Ange or was it the set piece coach? If there is a set piece coach. Or is it just all of them? Is it just all of them at this point?
Fuck this now, bruv. These men are criminals, bruv. 2-0 down. 2-0 down to Chelsea, you know. 2-0 down.
Set piece
Yeah.
coach. All right, cool. Oh, hold on. Ryan Mason is their set piece coach. Huh? No way. Is he a set piece coach then? I know he's an assistant coach, but is he doing set pieces? Wow. Talk about down bad. Fucking hell.
You fucking idiots, blood. Fucking idiot. End the season, fam. End the season, blood. These man are garbage.
Jedinak.
End the season. What are you doing, son? Looking like a
That is a name I haven't heard in years. Jedinak. Wow.
Korean Michael Barrymore. Am I a prick, fam? Ball watching. Ball watching. What are you doing?
Wait, what
Ball
did he
watching.
say?
Am I a prick, fam? Ball watch the season, fam. End the season, blood. These man are garbage. End the season. What are you doing, son? Looking like a Korean Michael Barrymore. Am I a prick, fam? Ball watching. Ball watching. What are you doing? Ball watching like P. Diddy, blood. What's man doing, fam? Oh,
There's the Son slander I wanted. I'm happy now. I'm happy.
oh my days, fam. This bloody Korean P. Diddy, man.
Hold up, by the way, where did them 3 Chelsea fans just spawn from? Because it was only the front 3 initially. Where the hell did these 3 spawn from? Welcome anyways. Proper Chelsea and all that. Nah, that zoom in is that ain't right, bro.
Anyway, free kick for Chelsea. Cole Palmer on it, left
Palmer's
foot.
free kick. Off the crossbar.
yeah,
Jackson's header.
Yep, and that's another
come
one.
on!
That's another one. That's another one. It's another
How are
one.
they not? How is not fouling Jackson for that? They
another
just
one.
stood there and
Another
watched him
set
head
piece.
it in.
Another
They
set
stood
piece.
there and watched him head it in.
Another set piece. I can't believe it.
Ball comes in.
Shout out Eric Rowan.
It's a goal. I thought it went in first time. Bounced out. Damn it.
Oh,
We got
I need a
more.
holiday, bruv. I don't need to watch. I don't need to see this team again, fam. I swear, I'm done, bruv. I'm done. I'm brother. Chelsea, you know, Chelsea, and not even the best Chelsea team as well. Do you understand? This is so embarrassing. Brother, these man broke me, fam. I think this is it. I don't know how much more I could take. I don't know how much more I can take, blood. It ain't worth it, bruv. Brother, I end my whole career, blood. I ain't got nothing fucking positive to say about these, man. I end the whole fucking career, bruv. I swear to you, bro. It's gone past football now. Man are making me hate. I swear, I'm fuming. I'm seething. 3 games in a row, you know. 3 fucking games in a row, these man ain't turned up. 3 games in a row. But I had enough of this now. The same old shit. End the stream. End the fucking stream. How do I end it? How do I end it? How do I end it, bro? How do I end it, bro? End the stream, bro. End it, bro. Get it.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, Warrior. We did it again, man. We did it again. We started the Tottenham downfall. We started it with Nicholas Jackson suing on their head top. And now we ended it. Now we end it with Chalobah and Jackson again, man. Unbelievable. Even at our worst, we dunk on these lot. Even at our worst. Well, I'll tell a lie. Last season did still exist, but I'll put that down to Potter and Havertz tax. It is what it is. Yeah, logic, man. We will take the piss because we dunked on them. The Expressions is goated in the YouTube scene. Goated. That man, if there is ever a football YouTube Hall of Fame, he's first ballot. He's a first ballot pick. Fucking ridiculous. I said, look for when X got raided. When? I didn't see that. Big up to Andy Q saying X is the funniest. Spurs hire Kesha for the set piece coach. That is insane. I did get given one more clip. Someone asked me to bring this up from the Big Six show. So I'll wheel this up and then we'll probably go into the West Ham game quickly before I send the link out.
That's 100 million combined.
Yeah, it's mad. It's crazy. It's crazy. And crazy.
Listen.
Yo, let that man out. Let him out, man. Let that man out of there, man.
Oh my
let him
God.
out.
Nah, that man is on stage 1. But I just deeped that as well, by the way. If anyone hasn't seen that. Richarlison and Johnson cost Spurs 110 million. How have we let them get away with that for so long? How have we let them get away with that for so long when we're getting ripped for nearly every single one of our players and they have a better coach than we do? How? Thank you. Thank you for sending me that. Thank you for sending me that. That is great slander. Warriors just said he sent me something too. What the hell? What's Warriors sent me? Oh no, it was a Flick News, wasn't it? It was a Flick News. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, Tottenham, you can hold that. Hold that. Absolute disgrace. Richarlison was like, what, 50, 60 mil? What was his transfer fee? 60 million. Oh, wow. That is actually 60 million down the drain. Oh, dear. They can't even chart Richie scores again because he don't score. Fucking mental, bruv. Hey, first world problems versus third world problems. They spent 60 million on him and what, 45 million on Brennan Johnson. I heard Brennan the Rock Johnson. I don't think the Rock has ever been disrespected more in his life. Mental. Fucking mental. But yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. 60 million in the bank. Richie is fucking wank. That's what Everton fans will be chanting. But to be fair, he actually left them in good terms. Barca offered 80 for him. Sack whatever scout made that bid immediately. What? No way. You're lying to me. 85 million. 85. It weren't even 80 million. It was 85 million. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Raw. Man said 85 million. That's crazy. I don't even remember when we wanted him. What? We tried to hijack this one. Oh, God, Father God, thank you so much for saving us from that. Oh, thank the Lord. No way we tried to hijack that shit. Are you kidding me? 22-23. Wow. Okay, I was going to say I'll put that down to having no sporting directors, but I mean, they also brought in Poch, but wow. Oh my goodness. Fucking hell. Tottenham saved us. Tottenham saved us. Insane. Shout out to Josh in the chat. Good to see you back. I hope everything's good. Hope everything's good. Why did Everton reject that? God knows. To be honest, I never want him at my club. Yeah, because for 85 million, you're tapped. You are tapped in the head if you wanted him. That is ridiculous. Hey, Solomon, I hear the stuff with Tuchel talent ID, but this brother's getting a tune out of Eric Dyer. Maybe he is the definition of one man's trash is another man's treasure. Maybe he's just that guy. Like, just give me this scrub. I'll make something out of him. I'll make something out of him. HR Mudryk is like, what, 23? How old's Richarlison? Ain't he like 28 or some shit? And to be fair, like, Mudryk had a good game. 26. So there's a 3-year gap. It's not that deep. It's not really that deep. Okay. Okay, that's calm. But yeah, in spite of all of that, we got a game tomorrow on Sunday. We got a game on Sunday. Oh, I got sent this as well. Oh, dear. One more clip then. One more clip. I guess we're going to have to, innit? We're going to have to drop one more clip. If I get sent it, I'll play it. Just let me get through this app. Let me get through this fucking ads because it's pissing me off. Them unskippables as well. Long. Fucking long. One more clip and then we'll go into all the news for today.
Stamford Bridge. Now, come on. Everybody's been brucking up Chelsea. That should be easy.
We'll beat Chelsea. We'll beat Chelsea, innit? And I know it's shocking for me to say because our record at Stamford Bridge is shocking, innit? We're winning this game. Nah, fuck this.
Don't do it, X.
Nah.
Don't do it.
So I'm telling you this right now, fam. I want revenge, blood. I want Chelsea in a spliff, blood. Yes, I know they got Nicholas Jackson, blood. You know them way deaf, and he may score about 3 offside goals, blood. Yes, I know they got Ukraine Bolt. Yes, I know they got Raheem Shillings, blood. But I ain't scared of any of them, blood.
I want your prediction for this Chelsea game.
2-1. Us.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Mad. You know what? I like that we lull everybody into a false sense of security just because of how shit we are. History of the Tottenham, people. History of the Tottenham. Shout out Flawless. Big up my G. Shout out Flawless. Big up to the chat. Hit the likes, subscribe, all of that crap. Now, we need to talk about West Ham because the second London derby in a week awaits. We put Tottenham in a spliff. Now I want West Ham in a spliff. Because we have a chance to reignite our European hopes. And I know people say we've already done that. No. No, we haven't. We need to beat West Ham first. Right now, we have leapfrogged West Ham into 8th place. Now, open a gap. Open a gap. Build some consistency. Because this is going to be a different sort of team that we're facing. This is going to be a team that's good at set pieces. This is going to be a team that likes playing a low block, which we don't necessarily like playing against. Plus, we're playing our 3rd game in like 8 days with what is probably going to be the exact same 11. So it's going to be really difficult for us, this one. It's going to be really difficult. Ashley saying we're only getting 7. Bro, there is a chance that we could actually get to 6th if Man United's results go our way and we actually build a bit of consistency. Their run is worse than ours. They are facing Newcastle. They are facing Arsenal. Brighton away, I mean, they should probably handle that. Who's the other team they're playing? Because I think they got 4 left. Yeah, they got 4 left. So Palace, Oliver Glasner, they're in a lot of good form. Arsenal, that could go either way, but I really see a draw in that game. Newcastle, European shootout, need another draw there. And Brighton away on the last day, when they're probably chasing Europe too. Nah, to be honest, they might be out of the race. They might be out of the race. Brighton might be on the beach. Literally with where they are. So, we'll see. We'll see. There's a chance. There is a chance. But, like, how many times have we stepped forward and moonwalked back? How many times have we done that? That's why I'm not jumping to any conclusions. That's why I'm not telling Flawless, watch out, blood. We're coming. No. How about we get there first? How about we get above Man United first and then let's talk? Because at the end of the next match day, we could be above United. Get there. Get there and then we will have those conversations. And in fact, we have to stay there too. Really and truly, I'm just going to wait till the end of the season and see if we manage to scam a European spot or not. Shout out to Mike's. Big up, bro, saying you'll put us in a spliff. It's toxic right now around here. With us, though, like, it's flip-flopping. 1 week, it's toxic. The next week, everybody's just vibing. Like, we are so inconsistent in terms of the nature of the fan base, in terms of the way we play, and in terms of our results. So, I can't put money on that. We play a low block with awful defenders. It hasn't worked all season. It worked against us. It worked against us. The last time you played us, you lot just sat back and we couldn't do a damn thing. So, again, I need to see it. I need to see it. Bro, facts. I am not getting clipped. And plus, I have suffered enough this season to have not learnt from it. I've suffered more than enough. I'm going to wait till the end of the season. If we finish above United, I'm probably not even going to cook United like that. I'm just going to say, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I've got into Europe. That is all I wanted. Get me into Europe so I can rotate these younger players and we have another competition to go through. Ideally, Europa. I will not look down on the Conference League. Just let me take that trophy anyway. I don't care. If something's there to be won, I want it. I want it. Just do not give me 1 game a week again next season. Do not give us 1 game a week next season. We don't need that. What we need is European football, regardless of which type it is. Just get me to Europe. So you want us to beat United? No, I want you to draw. I want to draw. Don't get it twisted. I want to draw. Although if we lose to West Ham, we might need them to win. We might need them to win. If we beat West Ham, though, no, just draw. Just draw. Little 1-1, Desmond 2-2 and all that. We'll take that and move. We'll take that and move. We never win at the Bridge. I'm so zoned out the season. Might work to our advantage, but like you won there a few years ago. But then again, who am I kidding? That didn't help Tottenham. So like, who's to say it helps you? I just think your style of play kind of stifles us a lot more than Tottenham. Tottenham came with like the perfect way for us to counter them. High line, push your fullbacks far forward, plenty of space to transition with. Trust me, man, it's not even the Burnley and Sheffield United draws. It's also Forest at home. It's also Villa at home. It's also Man United away. It's also bottling the Arsenal game. It's also Everton away. Wolves at home. Just off the top of my head, including Burnley and Sheffield United. There's been so many silly points that have been dropped, which is why I've said all season, no one can gaslight me into thinking we have a mid-table squad of players. No, we don't. They've been mismanaged for the most part. They've been mismanaged. We should already be in 4th or 5th. I've said that all season. We should be competing there. That's why I've been onto this manager so much this season, because you fumbled so many games. So many games. But because this league is absolutely washed, we're still in with a chance of Europe. We're still in with a chance for Europe. Genuinely, if we make it to 6th, this league is finished. Tottenham, I swear, if we catch up to Tottenham, if we even get 3 points behind Tottenham, finished. Finished. We were like 17 points behind them at a certain point. How? And the funniest thing is, like, if we just win our last 4 games, we quietly have a chance. They will not beat Liverpool. They will not beat City. Sorry, Arsenal fans, not sorry. It's Burnley or Sheffield. Burnley or Sheffield. Burnley might have something for us. Burnley might have something for us. Potentially. Sheffield United on the beach. That would be like when Newcastle got relegated and then just smacked Tottenham 5-1 for literally no reason. For literally no reason. It was one of the most unwarranted thrashings I've seen in my life. Yo, maybe Spursy might save us. Maybe Spursy might save us. We shall see. We shall. TKA, you must be crazy. Poch out every day ending in a Y. Every day ending in a damn Y. Don't forget West Ham away, Liverpool at home. Liverpool at home, I won't take anything away from Poch with that one. First game of the season and all that. Forest at home, though, yes. Bournemouth away, yes. West Ham to a point as well, yes, because there was a lot of individual mistakes in that game. But that was the first time where I saw us against a low block and I was like, rah, they were correct. Poch really don't really know what to do with a low block. But it's your first away game. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Silly me. Silly me. They've got like 2 wins since 2000, I think. They won in 2003 when they went down. And then they won in 1920. Aaron Cresswell scoring the only goal. We lost 1-0. I said if we revive Prime De Canio, or if we bring Lampard back. Poch is not leaving. It doesn't look like he's getting sacked. Are you sure about that? This brother is fighting for his life in the press room. Yesterday, fighting for his life. Today, still fighting for his life. I said, enough of these stupid rumors. You need to ask the club if they want me or not, and to stop writing things that make no sense. Head is gone. Head is gone. I will say as well, though, the club should have got to a conclusion right now. Like, look how many awful games that we've had and how long we have sat in 11th, 12th, 10th. Like, you shouldn't still be waiting. That's why when Fabrizio put those quotes out saying Chelsea are taking their time of looking for a new manager. Huh? What do you mean? You should already be looking. This big managerial merry-go-round, and you're just deciding to be last at the party. Okay. Okay. It's like if you're going to a club and you're on the pool, but you go at like 2 a.m. All the lane goals already been taken. Now you got like the 3 out of 10s. Disgrace. You gotta be first. You gotta be first. It's ridiculous. Another one saying, I have 1 more year on my contract here and nobody says anything. Then I suppose that I'm going to be here. If there's a decision and someone says to me, ciao, then okay. Because we don't know at the moment, then I suppose that I will be here. Not too sure what he meant by that. I think he's just saying if they say goodbye, then goodbye. But he's really unsure about his future. Really unsure about his future. And I just hope we have the sense to just say goodbye at the end of the season. If he gets us 6th, or if the team, including Poch, gets us 6th, you can say, we're not going to boot you out the door, but there you go. We'll open the door for you and we'll allow you to walk yourself out. If we don't get Europe, I want an announcement on the tannoys at full time that he's gone. Full time. Whistle blown. This is an announcement. This is an immediate announcement from the board. Mauricio Pochettino has been relieved of his duties as Chelsea manager. Chelsea Football Club thanks him for all the time spent with the club, and we wish him the best in his future endeavours. I want to hear that. Between that and Thiago Silva, like, the atmosphere will be booming. The atmosphere will be booming. What are these quotes about injuries as well? Because I saw a few people talking about that. Apparently, I got the quotes wrong. He said, we never get the whole team at their best, fitness-wise. I wonder why. That's the difficult thing that sometimes explains why we're inconsistent during the whole season. Not one player played with pain. Never. Never. Are you sure about that? So I saw some people saying I got these quotes wrong. Doesn't seem like it. Not one player played with pain. What has Enzo been doing? Or are we just going to try and say because he took pain injections, he wasn't necessarily in pain? What are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about? We see through your bullshit, mate. You had Enzo playing on a hernia since December. And I don't care if anybody says, oh, Enzo said he could play. Fuck you! He's playing on a hernia and all he needed was like a month off. I'm not listening to that crap. Player says they can play because of course a player's going to want to play. What are you talking about? It's up to the manager to have the wherewithal to say, no, you are not fit. You are not going to be giving me 100% because you are not playing fit. So, no. Go for surgery. Maybe we should have, I don't know, kept Andre Santos. Maybe we shouldn't, I don't know, not rushed Lavia back. Speaking of not one player played with pain. And also, how could we say that when so many players come back from injury and just re-injure themselves immediately? Really? Really? But hey, don't tell that to the Poch inners. Because they'll just come up with their latest excuse for this waffling merchant, bruv. I'm glad that the pressure's onto him. He deserves to have the pressure onto him. We have underachieved for so much of this season. And what now? Because we got a little unbeaten run at home, we're going to act like everything's changed. We've turned the corner because we had 1/2 against Aston Villa. And we beat Tottenham at home. Literally, every single Chelsea manager in Premier League history has dunked on Tottenham at the Bridge. What the hell does that prove? What the hell does that prove? Nothing. Tottenham turn into bozos when they play us. So what are we talking about? Oh, he beat Tottenham. He beat Tottenham. Give him another year, man. Poch is winning me over. You're bitches. You're absolute bitches if this one result is what changes your mind. Wow, we beat Tottenham at home. One of the most predictable fixtures going. Even if I didn't think we were going to win, which was still silly me. But in terms of the last 33 games at the Bridge, it's one of the most predictable results going. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, he deserves to keep this job just because we beat Tottenham at home. Did we just forget? Did we just forget that last year, not last year, last week, we lost 5-0 to Arsenal? Did we forget that? I told you, we are owed this victory. We are owed it. It's a bare minimum. A bare minimum is that you beat Tottenham at home. So miss me with that. Miss me with that. You have done absolutely nothing to keep your job, in my opinion. Well done. You found something that worked against Villa and you stuck with it. Now go win the next 4 games. I've said it numerous times. I cannot listen to Poch in this season. We have to sadly, and I hope it doesn't happen, but you'd have to be here next season. If he was here next season, we'd have to look at it in some sort of case as a clean slate and be like, look, if you go on a winning run from the start, I might just go on the roller coaster, pause and see where it takes us. But I am not moved by Pochettino. And he has to do a lot to change my mind. Because if I ever do change my mind, I ain't going to flip-flop. That's my whole thing. That's why I stick to my guns until I 100% believe I've got it wrong. Because if I change my mind, I am not switching back. I am not switching back. Or it would have to take a lot for me to switch back to, because I do not do the flip-flopping. I do not do that. Hey, Daniel, so do I, but people always ignore that. People always try to act like I have a big Poch agenda. No, I gave him credit for the change in the second half. I gave him credit for not doing anything wrong against Everton. Tottenham. Didn't blame him for anything against Man City when we lost. I saw people still trying to blame him when we got knocked out of the FA Cup. I came on here and said it would be so silly of me to come on here after that game and say it's all Poch's fault. It would be so silly to do that. But he has to do a lot to make me believe in him. Finishing 7th or 6th doesn't do anything. Because I know that's going to happen. I'm going to have to deal with Sam on the pod saying, see, I told you I was correct. All because he believed we were going to finish 8th. No, I believe we should be competing for top 4 all season. This game yesterday has only just vindicated that for me. Because we should be a lot higher than where we are. It should be a lot higher than where we are. No, I was never Tuchel out. The only managers that I ever wanted out was Pochettino, Potter, Lampard the first time. And even then, it took me to literally his last league game for me to say Lampard out. His final league game. When he said this team isn't good enough to win trophies. That's when I was like, no. You can't say that about that team after the amount of money that you spent on them. No. Get out. Get out. Sarri backed him to the end. Conte backed him to the end. Mourinho backed him to the end. Ancelotti backed him to the end. Even the likes of Benitez, Di Matteo, I backed them. So people can't act like I just turn on managers quickly. I don't do that. But I can recognize shit when I see it, and I can smell shit when I see it. And that's what this manager's been this season. Stinking of shit. Stinking of shit. I hear it. Say what you want about Benitez, though. He kept us in the top 4 race all season and got a Europa. I can't say nothing about that. Like, I get Liverpool roots and everything. Like, he's always going to be a villain at the Bridge. But he came here, did a solid job, and left. What can I say about that? What can I say about that? But yeah, I did see Flick links as well. Flick is interested in joining Chelsea, who are searching for. I'm going to send the link out in a couple minutes. Apologies to everybody waiting. Flick is interested in joining Chelsea, who are searching for a new manager. Flick had a phone call with Marina when Lampard got sacked. Wants to join a team in England. This topic could get hot. CF Bayern, Christian Falk. I think he's meant to be a good source when it comes to Germany, so there might be a little bit of fire with this smoke. Yeah, Sean, I'm with you. Bring. Man got Bayern cooking. I think he plays a pressing system, which would be kind of similar to what we're doing. But we would obviously be much better drilled. We'd be much better drilled. So I hope there's some truth to this. And if Flick is about, I hope we're already talking to him. I need Pies' links to be true. Because he said Win Stanley was already on the lookout. If this is serious, we should already be talking to Flick. We should already be talking to Amorim. Who else is around? Who else is around? Even De Zerbi should already be trying to have words with him. Put the word about, just quietly. Quietly, just have a couple phone calls. Call on a private number and all of that. Like, yo, it's Paul. It's Paul. What are you saying about the Chelsea job? What are you saying about the Chelsea job? Are you down for it? Down for it. Come move to London, man. Beautiful city. Beautiful city. Beautiful city, man. That's the only real argument I have right now. And also, you can help push the team further up. The bar is in hell. All we're asking for is some decent football. Get me into top 4 races and then progress from there. Obviously, top 4 is never the target with us. But for next season, it will be progress. It will be progress. That's why I'll say, like, if we finish 6th, it's not a good season. It is a progressive season. Got to remember that word. We can never say it's a good season because then you lower the standards. Say progressive. We have progressed. I will not be happy with 6th next season. Next season, I will want 4th. Then after that, progress. It's a progressive season. Now, title race. I want a title race. And if you're in a title race, I'm going to want to believe we could go and win that. That's what progress is. That is what a process is. A process isn't, duh, I'm in mid-table, but believe in me, please. Believe in, we have injuries. Or if I had Nkunku, I'd be able to beat Burnley at home. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Spare me that crap. Spare me that absolute BS. So we're not listening to that shit. You know what progress is. And it's not, oh, we're mid-table, but guess what? We didn't play City in the Carabao Cup, so we made it to the final, and that's progress. Duh. The lowering of standards at this club this season has been absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I've had man telling me with progress because we made a Carabao Cup final, beating Newcastle while scamming them, and a bunch of championship teams. Do you want a medal? Oh no, we didn't even get one. We didn't even get a medal. Silly me. Silly me. Don't worry. Getting to Wembley is an achievement. Disgrace. Disgrace. So injury news. It's all the same. It's all the same crap. But Nkunku and Colwill could come off the bench against West Ham, which kind of scares me a little bit. I mean, I guess Colwill only had a toe injury, so I doubt it's that deep. But Nkunku, I wouldn't mind just not seeing him again. Just because, like, I don't know if he's going to pull up with another injury. I don't know if he's going to pull up with another injury, man. Look, just, like, wrap him up in cotton wool. I swear, if anybody boots Nkunku in the West Ham team, I need Caicedo clamping them immediately. Oh, no, HR, I'm not at the game on Sunday either. We're doing a watch-along. Forest, I might go to. Last game of the season, I'm definitely going to. Brighton, no. I'm not going to Brighton. It's a nightmare getting back from Brighton, even when it's not a late kickoff. So forget that. Forget that. I'm good. What do I make of Flick rumours? Bring. What about Gusto? I think Gusto's still out. Chelsea didn't drop an injury list today. But Nizar Seller said Nkunku and Colwell are likely to come off the bench against West Ham. So I'm assuming that everything else remains the same. I don't think there's any other change. Let me just double check pies quick. Yeah, there's nothing else. Yeah, bum Brighton away. Even if they're on the beach and the weather might be decent, it's a late kickoff in midweek. I'm good. Gotta take 2 trains to get back after that, and like everybody piling into one train. I'm good. You met him and told him to join Chelsea. When was this? Oh, shout out to Rigo Park as well. I missed your super chat. Without Poch's dumb decisions, missed chances, senseless points dropped, injuries, this team would be 5th, hell, maybe 4th. A better manager gets it done. We've been saying this all season. All season. That's why I refuse to listen to anybody telling me I'm too harsh on this manager. No, this manager has tanked this season. He's tanked this season. We should have already been around 4th or 5th. We should already be around that. Now we're getting gassed out. Oh, we might get 6th. Great. Great. We should have been there anyway. Wow. We're finally going to get above Man United. Should have been there time ago. It's a disgrace. We should be 5th, maybe 4th with a Carabao Cup. Don't forget that. With a Carabao Cup. If our tactics weren't hoofball to Jackson and pray he can beat Van Dijk and Kanate at the same time. If we didn't sit back against under 21s when he's complained about inexperience all season. You should be sitting here with a Carabao Cup already in a Europa League spot minimum. What a joke. What a joke. Oh yeah, you met Flick in March. Mad. Right, I'm going to send the link out. Venting is over. We'll see who's even about because I've gone for nearly an hour and 15 minutes by myself. Fucking hell, man. Big up to every single one of you lot, though. Hit the like button, subscribe, Poch out to the world and back. Now let's hope we can dunk on West Ham tomorrow. Or Sunday. So hope we can dunk on West Ham. Where's the links? Hit the like button as well, guys. I'm sure we haven't hit 400 likes, so we can still get as close to that number as humanly possible. So hit that like button, people. Hit that like button immediately. Let's see what the people are saying. Oh. Nearly done. Nearly done, guys. Calm. I think that is everybody. Shout out Nathan, bro. What you saying, my guy? What you saying,
There you go,
bro?
Lewis.
How you feeling after yesterday?
Yeah, quite good. It was a good performance. Really wasn't too much to critique, really. So yeah, I'm just enjoying the high that came from that result. But obviously now focusing on the next game, West Ham. So could be a tricky one. But look, I'm feeling a bit optimistic going into the game. Like, how are you feeling going into this West Ham game? Like after the Tottenham result?
Cautious optimism.
Yeah.
Same as usual, because it's very easy to get ahead of ourselves the games ahead, just based
It
off
is.
that match. But Tottenham at home is heritage, and they play a style of play that just suited us perfectly. So I'm not surprised that we dominated. I'm not surprised that we were the better team. My only worry was if we were even going to take advantage of that or not. Thankfully, we did. West Ham is going to be completely different. And fatigue could also be a big problem with us. That's what worries me more than anything, even more than the low block, even more than the set pieces. Like, I really want to know how that second half is going to go for us. And
yes, provided we don't get any new injuries as well before the game kicks off.
Yeah, like, oh, God forbid we pull up with
Yeah,
anybody
God
else. We
forbid.
have like 11 outfield players and that's it. And Kunku and Colwell aren't even like fully fit. Well, fully sharp now, I guess.
Yeah, like I think some people are getting confused when it says like things like players are returning to grass and like they're with first team training, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're match fit and they're probably not going to be anywhere near the first team squad. So it's one of those things where, yeah, we got a lot of players out. So it's not, which we've had to deal with the last couple of games, to be fair. But our bench is probably going to look pretty much the same as the Spurs bench, really.
It's just going to be all them NPCs and Kunku and Colwell. I was going to say, who do you think gets dropped? We don't even know half those players' names. So,
yeah.
I mean, God knows.
Archie and Pong had a good cameo off the bench. So, like, if he starts or gets more minutes off the bench, I mean,
he must still be on the bench. Well,
yeah.
I don't think he'll start over Gilchrist still. Like, Poch clearly trusts him more.
Yeah. But, like,
which I mean is fine, but like, give him a couple more minutes. Bring him on at like the 70th minute or the 65th.
Yeah.
Actually, 65th, that's a bit too much to ask of Pochettino. 70th minute. 70th minute. And there's something we can all agree on.
Like, we got West Ham still have a few players that I'm a bit concerned about, namely, obviously, James Ward-Prowse with his free kick ability and all that, especially we give away any corners or free kicks. He's a bit of a problem. Jared Bowen, of course, and Mohamed Kudus. And then Antonio just has those moments, like he'll have like a couple of crap games and he just randomly turns up in like one game where he's unplayable. Like, I hope he doesn't turn up against us, but at the same time, like,
he did the
depending on
last
our
time.
defense. Yeah, it's one of those things where West Ham aren't playing great, but they just suddenly feel like turning it up against us, London Derby and all that. Yeah, but look, I expect us to win. I know it sounds like a stupid
they have to
thing
come
say,
back.
but
We just jumped over them in the table.
yeah, I mean, considering our players have showed like great chemistry the last couple of games, have been playing well together. So like, I'm just kind of going into this, optimistic, but yeah, fingers crossed, nothing changes between now and then.
Oh, we might have a real chance of getting up to 6th by the end of this match day. For the first time this season. Because Man United, I really think they're going to drop points against Palace. I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, I think they will too.
Does a draw even work in our favour? No. No. We need Palace to win. We need Palace to win. All right, fine. Bush, how are you feeling after that Tottenham game? Because I know you were especially nervous going into that match. Settled a bit.
No, it was a good game. The first half, I think we were all over them. The only bad thing I could say, I was just a bit frustrated that I don't know, there were some opportunities we had. Not like we were missing chances, but we were either making poor decisions or just taking too long, especially Mudryk. But to be honest, even he was doing well in other parts of the game, like his passing, sticking with Cucurella on that flank. Cucurella, I thought was, to be honest, I was more happy with the defensive performance more than the offensive. That's probably just because Cucurella had a good game. Chalobah, Gilchrist here and there. Like, we didn't get spun inside out. But then the problem is...
the rarity of keeping a clean sheet. I hear it.
Yeah, but like the problem is, obviously, our fans immediately ruin the win by bringing up Poch revisionism on about, yeah, he might be that guy, making comps. No. That's what ruined it for me, I'll be honest. Like, I would have been happy and comfortable, and I still am, because it's 3 points. We need the 3 points. And it's Spurs. We just have to win. But
yeah, some of the toxic positive quotes are bullshit.
Stupid, man. Like, I don't know what they... like.
Still?
it's like they forgot so quickly about what happened this season, let alone what happened last week. What happened this
Look
season,
at this
they forgot.
stupidness. This account
Exactly.
especially just takes the fucking piss sometimes. Update your
Kaz.
banter. We are no longer 12th,
Oh, so
11th,
Jay, this
10th, or 9th. We are 8th. We are 8th. It's not like it's where we should have been. Well, not even should have been. We should have been even higher than that. But hey, like this is what I mean. Like Pochettino's are just starved.
It's got to be context as well, you know, added to some of the games that we won.
Are you still Poch out, or do you believe now? Because we've done what we always do and beat Tottenham. You look at the team today, you look at the team spirit, an injury-ravaged team fighting on the pitch for the club, for each other, for the manager, for the fans. You watch us tactically outclass Spurs, same way we've outclassed so many other teams. But this time we've won to show for it. You watch all of these and you definitely can't be Poch out anymore. No other coach could have done what he's doing in the circumstances. What, go above United in the table? The haters are turning into believers. That's what I mean by don't get ahead of yourself with this shit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's really stupid. Like even the more radical Chelsea fans are actually like siding a bit more with Poch now. They're like, you know what? I'm really starting to grow on Pochettino now. No. Like I lost it with Poch.
Madueke after the game.
No, literally, I lost it with Poch after. Well, most of us here like knew he shouldn't be here. Let's be honest, sadly, from the first few games, but it was too early to say Poch out.
Yep.
That Man United
Way
away
too
game, Man United away, West Ham slapping us up 3-0, back to reality. February and the end of January, I don't even want to mention how bad that period was. Losing 4-2 to Wolves, 4-1 to Liverpool. The way we lost that Carabao Cup, like.
So I mean, context is very important.
Exactly, man. But I'll be honest. For me, I had really nothing bad to say about any of the players in general. I was happy with everyone's performance.
Just minor nitpicking, really. That's all it would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
But you know, I just don't want people getting all like giddy about like it's literally the end of the season. This is more like the vibes part of the season where everyone kind of knows the season's over. So what happens, and somehow now our team is just collecting points. Exactly.
And that's the first time where we saw Pochettino make a tactical adjustment in a game.
Oh my god.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice,
like,
mate, but too late.
April.
Any one of us could manage Chelsea and we would try to make tactical adjustments.
Yep.
We'd at least try.
Yep.
Shout out to Andrew, man. Big up, bro. I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm all good, man.
Ooh.
Jeez, that's
Cyberman Mike.
Andrew, your mic.
Cyberman Mike. You want to try refresh, brother?
Yep, let me try refresh.
Yeah, no worries, bro. But yeah, any single one of us would try to make tactical adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
All this guy does is just late subs and just throw players on.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. But hey, you have a chance to leave with, I guess, a morsel of dignity. Because even with those quotes, I feel like he's gone. I feel like he's still gone.
No, he should be. He should be.
Any change? Or?
Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much better.
I'm
You saying, man?
I'm going to give him quick anyway. I keep telling
Yeah,
people
no worries.
No matter how crap we are, these Spurs team do not take anything from the bridge. They rarely take a draw. Do you know what I mean? That's what I keep telling everyone. You know, everyone like yesterday, a day before, oh no, Spurs are going to do something. Rubbish, man. Have they located Son in Gilchrist's pockets yet? I mean, what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean?
I did underestimate the history of the Tottenham.
One win in 34 years, not just in the league, in all competitions. Not just the league, League Cup, FA Cup, whatever. Just don't fret. Doesn't matter how shit we are. They will never. They've only beaten us once in the league, and that's to that terrorist Conte. That's why. So you know, but don't worry about it. I mean, listen. Big up to everyone yesterday, even including Poch.
Yep.
Big up to Badishile and Chalobah. Badishile looking good without Thiago Silva, so no one can use that excuse anymore. Gilchrist is really troubled. I can't believe they didn't target Gilchrist yesterday. I mean, I
Same.
can't believe they didn't target him.
They went through the right side so many times. For okay, I'm not going to say
Yeah.
nothing. But
Yeah, and then I mean, and even when they brought their subs on, they would drop stinkers. All their subs dropped stinkers. Madison was stinky when he came on. He's playing himself out of the Euro squad. He's that rubbish. I mean, Cole Palmer didn't even have a good game yesterday.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
And it's just listen. I mean,
was
I
more
am a bit
quiet
worried
game,
about.
I'd say.
I am a bit worried about the guys.
Yeah.
They're looking leggy because there's no subs bench. So these guys are playing like near 90 minutes. So, but yeah, listen, we've got an outside chance of finishing in a European spot. Listen, West Ham players might be on the beach with David Moyes probably leaving. So, you know, it could be something.
I don't know. They're going to be on the race for Europe as well. Like that's why that match is so important to finally start building a gap on the teams below us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And like Man United, who Man United got this weekend? Oh, they got
Crystal
Palace
Palace on Monday away.
So Newcastle
got Burnley away. I don't know about
Burnley
that
still
one.
fighting for something as well. So
Yeah, they ain't relegated yet. They ain't relegated yet. How far are they off safety? Oh, they're only 2 points off safety.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so
they need a win.
Listen, we still got that game in hand on. I think we got a game in hand in Newcastle.
No, we're level on games with United and Newcastle.
All right. So they're 2 points ahead, and
You got a game in hand on West Ham though.
yeah. So yeah, we're 2 points behind Newcastle, and 3 points behind Man United. Hey, it can be done, but the problem is I can't really take yesterday's game. In my logic, I can't take yesterday's win and put it into normalcy because I always expect us to beat Spurs. So it's like there's
And
one
when you
game.
deep it, their style of play just suits us perfectly.
It's just Spurs, bro. They just they got an inferiority complex at the bridge. That's what it is. No matter who we are, we're crap this season as a collective. And look, they can't even. We've beaten them twice.
I can't believe Poch is the only manager that got a win with Tottenham there. The more I deep it, it's crazy.
Well, exactly. And you know he did well yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, we are seeing though that 14 injuries out yesterday. I mean, talk about bare bones. I mean, I didn't even. Some of these names I didn't even see. Those are some of the names that you see when you try and pick a Pro Clubs player name on EFC. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea who they were. That last guy that came on, because you're bringing on numbers that say 63. You're bringing on NFL numbers.
Jimmy
Ronnie or how? Yeah.
Yumi Talianen, yeah.
I don't watch the under 21s or under 23s or that shit. You know what I mean?
No,
I really don't know. So yeah, it's a good thing. Maybe we get a couple more bodies on the bench on Sunday. You know what I mean? And we'll see how we go. And then the end of the season, then we can all just see what happens if he doesn't get a European place. Because I think if he doesn't get a European place, I think he's gone.
Do you think he stays if he does though? Because he sounds like he's fighting for his life in these pressers.
Yeah, he's becoming more belligerent to the actual ownership and the directors. So
like he's got nothing to lose.
So it's a point of is he just saying I know I'm going, so I'm just going to say what I want now.
That's what I think is he's now trying to protect his rep in a way. That's what I think it comes to.
Seems like that.
Which is kind of mad and understandable at the same time because it's like you've put yourself in this position, bro. Do you know what I mean with some of your actions? And listen, a good win last night. I think we can all just savor on that, and you know,
yeah.
But we can't remember that last week we lost 5-0 to Arsenal. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't be like, oh yeah, we're back. And I don't.
That's why all them Pochettino's genuinely get in the bin.
Yeah,
some of them have got so mouthy the last 24 hours.
You're the problem if you're celebrating 8th. Do you know what I mean?
Facts. I literally pulled the tweet out from 5 minutes ago saying, Chelsea, put your banter aside. We are now 8th.
Yeah. Ooh, we're 8th. We're not what? Because we're the first time we're above like 9th in like 18 months or something about it. Do you know what I mean? Wow.
This might actually be our highest league position.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The lofty heights of 8th.
Since the World Cup.
Yeah. Lofty heights of 8th. But, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
Might be.
Oh, what?
Shameful. We haven't been higher than 8th, man.
We got the chance to keep climbing.
I really don't get how many you are 6th, though. Like, I really don't get that.
Shithouser.
Honestly, this league is just washed.
Bagging wins.
This league is just
Yeah.
so
No,
washed.
it's because Xavi they steal wins late. Bruno
Yeah.
Fernandes hits outside the box at Craven Cottage, 1-0 steal. They've been stealing wins all season.
You know
That's the
what?
reason why.
You know what really killed us is the Sheffield and the Burnley game.
Yep.
Yeah.
But other games as
If
well.
we had those extra 4 points, we'd already be sixth. We'd be a point above United already. We would be looking at Tottenham now in 5th.
Bro,
That's what we'd be doing if we had.
I would be so
We'd
shameless
be
right now.
5
I'd be
points
going,
off Spurs.
yeah, we'd be up. We'd be.
And they
we'd
play
be up there.
Liverpool and City.
Yeah.
And they look like they're done for the season. They checked out.
Oh yeah, they're signed up.
Extra 4 points. Yeah, exactly. Extra 4
That's
points.
genuinely what hurts more than anything.
Missed opportunities. That's what it is.
And this is why
Burnley,
I said, like,
Sheffield
fifth.
United, Forest, Bournemouth, Man United, Arsenal, Wolves, Everton. Fucking disgraceful, man.
Hey.
So I just salvaged this season, but that just defines the way we say goodbye. I might say goodbye to you with a little bit of a nicer voice, or I might just tell you to fuck off. Just depends on the last four.
No, it
It'll
deserves
be
a
one
fuck
or the
off.
other. If we end up in 6th or 5th, goodbye.
When I
Thank
look
you
at
for your time. Goodbye.
when I look at these
Oh,
last
Europe, get the fuck out my club. Get out.
When I-
Get out now.
when I look at these last games, I'm like, they're tricky because we can either win or we could either do what we normally do, like have a good result against Spurs and then go fuck it up the next match. You know what I mean? So it's like you just gotta take a game by game basis and see what this guy. If like
Yeah,
really
for
turn the corner, because I think we've done this multiple times throughout the season.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
get
Like
a
when
couple
we
wins, we're back, and then we
Yeah.
get fucking.
I think it's like everyone's going, oh yeah, now he's found it. Now he's found his the team. Now he's got to continue this. I'm thinking he's got no choice. There's no one else to
I said
play.
he found his team. Oh
He's got
my
no choice. He's got these are the last players left standing for your brutal training methods. And even Gilchrist. Did Gilchrist go? Maybe it was just cramp or something yesterday, but even he was like had to be taken off, and it was mad. Why was Thiago Silva not playing yesterday? Why is he injured?
Groin from Villa.
He pulled up with a groin injury against Villa.
Yeah, I remember.
They aims to try and get him out for Bournemouth now.
Hey, but I'm going to big up one player who's done well. Cucurella's done well last couple of games. Very defensively and what he's done in midfield as well. That has seemed to work out. And even like Badiashile yesterday was very good. And of course, Trev's the one guy I wouldn't sell actually. I'd actually give him a banner as well, but these fucking shed enders, as I call them. But
Trevor's a perfect squad player, man.
Does he get
Perfect.
it?
Yeah. Trevor Chalobah's done more. But there we go.
Yeah. I know, right? Where's his banner?
Like he's actually been around good managers, teams on the top.
Yeah.
Like you want that experience. Gallagher, respectfully, like no. He hasn't even. I think this might be his highest position in the table with Chelsea.
Yeah,
hasn't got anything to give us except work rate. Which I mean, cool to a point. I still wouldn't mind if he re-signs, but if you're telling me Chalobah or Gallagher, peace con.
Yeah,
It's been real, mate.
Fab tweet about Poch.
Fabrizio, a new one. He's probably just reposted one of his quotes, isn't he?
I think the
it's not
fact
even
that
a new one.
The thing that's killing Poch is like the owners are leaving him in the dark. Like he has no communication with them, so it's like he don't know. That's why he's coming out with all this crazy shit in the media. Not crazy, but
hey, that's just another reason why I think he's gone. Because they did the same thing with Tuchel. I think after the Leeds game, he said they hadn't spoken after that, or they didn't speak for 2 months. Which is why he also said in an interview that he had like this hidden feeling that he might be getting sacked. When they actually sacked him after the Zagreb game. Fata, Eleanor is not here. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to actually no, you're not pretending. You just changed with the scoreline, bruv. But big up to you, Fata. Big up to you, man. I do feel a little bit concerned about this this West Ham game, but if you can get through 2 London derbies, that's a good statement. And then you have an entire week to rest before Nottingham Forest at home. I'm away. And then it's Brighton on the beach, because I think they're done with Europe now.
Yeah, they're done.
Bournemouth will be on the beach too.
Well, quick question: any recoveries, and are we getting players back, or?
And Kunku and Colwell will be on the bench from the sounds of Nizar Kinsella. Which I like, but I'm also worried about just because Nkunku just came back and got injured.
pull up
so many
again.
times.
Right? I really
don't
feel
want
like we're getting the results and we're doing okay-ish, but Gusto is a big miss, man. Especially like what I see in Palmer's game. I don't know. Palmer has fell off a little bit, but when it's more Nunny likes to drive and go at his fullback more, and then waits till like he gets to the byline to try to cut it back. While as Gusto will try to interplay with Palmer more in like the middle phase and before that, you know what I mean? And Gusto always looks for Palmer, but I don't know.
I think if we drop points to West Ham, I would be fine with just benching any injuries the rest of the season.
Shut it down, right?
Yeah, just like there's only 3 games after that. There's no real point. We're not going to really finish in, especially
Do
if
we need
Newcastle
Nkunku to beat Forest and Brighton?
Yeah, we've got Forest probably still fighting for their lives.
Oh no, Forest will be starving.
Yeah, I just think if we, I think if we lose, then I think we should start going. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll bench you for the rest of. We'll play some of the youngsters. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? Let's get them ready to go out on loan next season and stuff like that. That's what I would do, because then there's no realistic opportunity of finishing in Europe for me.
Now, I hear that because there'll be more ground drops. The only thing with this race for Europe is just a lack of consistency, and it's shown because we're still in this race.
Yeah.
How we're still in this race is crazy.
I think we should, though. I think we should be built into the mindset. You know, United are playing a Palace who are on resurgence, and Newcastle.
Then they play Arsenal and Newcastle.
Yep. And Newcastle are playing Burnley, and there was like I said, they're playing United as well. So I know it's going to be like a tough one, and we played Thursday. Thanks a lot, Premier League, for putting us on a Thursday, by the way. Really appreciate that. Bunch of tosses. But it's like it should be drilled into the head. Get this out of the way, and then you've got like a next couple of days off or whatever it is. Build up to the Forest game, and then just go from there. But I'm just a bit worried. They looked a bit leggy that start of that second half. They just looked a bit very tired.
But I like how it was good that we played it like that. I don't know if it was leggy or we just containing them defensively, but Spurs did have like a lot of possession. They just were shit on the day,
That's a smart move. You might as well get him a new contract and set. And especially if Ipswich get up, just send him on loan for that season.
Yeah, he's going to have more Premier League game time there than anywhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad because we've got like 5 right wingers and we're trying to bring in that Esteval Willian kid too. Like, what are we even?
And plus, if he does well in the Premier League, then there's an whatever the situation is in the summer of 25. Bloody hell. Look like Kendrick Paez coming in and stuff like that. Anyway,
2028 will be ours.
Happy beating Tottenham season day, whatever we call it now. But there we go. See you later.
All right, take care, Andrew. Big up, brother. Good to hear from you again. Jesters! What you saying, bro?
Man, I tell you what. It was a beautiful Thursday, even though I was at work. It just made work better. I didn't mind doing a job, working till, all hours of the night when you get to beat Tottenham. It's just everything is better. Food tastes better. Sex is better.
Sleep's better.
Drink is better. Yeah, everything is just better. Unless you're a Spurs fan. I mean, I don't know if we have a well check on X today.
We took a look at his content earlier. His head's still in Pluto.
My gosh, man. Well, I mean, you have to have some defect to be a Spurs fan in the first place. I mean, let's just get it right. I don't know.
That's some high tolerance.
I mean, I don't know how you could support a team that are perennial losers. I've never supported a team that was perennial losers. Every team I've ever supported in my life, and not I pick good teams. I mean, when I picked Chelsea, we weren't exactly tearing up the trees by the roots.
Pulling up trees and what? Yeah.
It wasn't that, but I don't know. I would have to not be. I couldn't be a Spurs fan. I
Something's
like
better
winning too
born
much.
into it, but
So I just end up being detached with football after all. Yeah, you've raised my hopes and just dashed them again. I can't be bothered.
But looks like we got a new Brazilian. Happy about that. William Estevio. Looks like we're going to be bringing him in. Everybody's complaining about all these left-footed young South American kids. Do you understand that that's one of the places in the world that they actually still play football and not system bullshit, that they whitewash all the soul out of fucking people playing football?
Mm.
You know, in Europe,
interesting take.
Everything's system, right? Everything's a
Yeah.
system. You know,
Yep.
You start in these camps and you play in a system unless you're really poor and can't afford to do it. And that's why look, if you look at the majority of the ballers, you know, techie ballers, they all come from an impoverished background because they just learned to play, you know, with their friends and, you know, futsal fields or dirt fields in the favelas, whatever. That's where they learned to play ball. And so they still have that, oh, I'm going to try this crazy trick and get past this guy. You don't see that as much in like America because we systemize kids from an early age. Europe, they systemize kids from an early age and they take some of that creativity out. Now you'll still find it because you have, you know, ballers, but it's not as much as it used to be, right? Back in the 80s, 90s.
That explains why we struggle so much in the international stage.
It's the philosophy, man. You guys don't prioritize like creativity in the ball game.
Now we
Right.
prioritize dog work and running.
Physical attributes.
But yeah, I understand. You know, my co-host of the Blue Co-Pop project is against signing Estevio. I know I've seen tweets. Well, Olise is right there. Why would you sign Estevio? Olise spends half his time in the training room, does he not?
Yeah. And he's 60 million as well.
Have we missed that? We got 14 people injured. And we want to bring in another injury-prone player. Make it make sense, please. Please? Somebody.
I would have to watch that, though. I don't think he's necessarily... It depends on how he recovers from this injury, I would say. If it happens again, I'll say he's injury-prone.
No, that guy's been out more than... He's out.
It's only this year. This
he was out last year, too. He was out last year, too.
He got injured from the France.
I understand that, but we're talking about injuries, and let somebody else have some of the injury players. Let's bring in some people that don't have that history of injury, so we can get them injured when they come here. You know, that's the Chelsea way. Nobody has injuries until they come to Chelsea, and then we run them into the ground at Poch's boot camp, and we got 14 injuries.
It's a match made in hell when you realize that.
Nah, I know it's a problem because even whether you guys think of like Sterling, the Sassy, those are two guys that I've never seen Sterling get injured. Maybe a game in my life, and he comes here and he's injured for like 2 weeks. The Sassy has never been injured. He's come here getting injured. It's something wrong within our camp.
Well, no, it's because he runs them into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you're not finished growing, so your muscles are expanding and they're growing, and you're doing all this and you're taxing them, and then you're going out there. Oh, hey, now we need to really crank up the intensity for the one game of the week, and it doesn't work. Not with the way that people build their bodies nowadays. They over muscle. They have way too much muscle on their frames. You know, that's the way. Put on muscle. You got to be strong. You got to be wham. Well, guess what? You still have joints that only can take so much torque. You only have ligaments that can take so much torque. And if you're going above those bounds, I mean, physics and biology, they have their limits. And when you bypass those, you end up on the injury table. And what do we see? All these players in the weight room all the time. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see how much weight I can throw up. What are you trying to do? Wrestle a bear? You're playing soccer, playing football. You're not wrestling a bear. You don't need to be the biggest dude on the pitch. That's not going to help you win a ball. You know? I
What
think
we need is player development and structure. I feel like with the Esteban stuff, the biggest question was just more like just the influx of right wingers that we're bringing in. But I also don't know the quality Esteban possessions. I've seen people say he's like better than Endrick, so we might just be going for the best a lot with that one.
Yeah, I
But
think
then
they're
there's a
looking
plan
at the
to like
talent.
flip Money. There's a plan to flip Amari. There's a plan to flip Kendry Pires can play as an attacking midfielder and a right winger, but same thing with Palmer.
Right.
So
what happened to I see again, back when I started playing, you put a left footer on the left wing. That was the if you were left footed, you played on the left wing, right? And now it's all inverted. Now it's all inverted. Well, here's an idea. Why can't a left footer play on the left wing? If you put out the
plan
best,
to mold them into a left winger or one of the others potentially. Like
It's
I don't know, and if that's the case, fine. It's just I
and-
want to see the idea with it.
right? And it's like Jadon Sancho. Everybody's talking about Jadon. Jadon's a great game. I watched Jadon Sancho play at Dortmund when Christian Pulisic was still at Dortmund. That's how long I've watched Jadon Sancho play at Dortmund. He's a right winger. He's a right-footed right winger. He plays better off the right side than the left side. And what did this ball-headed idiot over there at Man United do? They put him on the left side because he's right-footed. Got to invert. He's not. He's better when his strong foot on the side of his strong foot. He's always played better off the right than the left. And where did he play the other night? He played on the right because that's where they've always played it.
Yep.
And it's this thing that everybody has this system. Everything's inverted now. Invert this, invert that. Well, okay, that's fine. But you're shrinking the pitch when you do that because if everybody's coming inside, you shrink the pitch. If you have natural people with their natural foot, I can go right because I have a right foot. Right? My one criticism of Noni, he has no right foot.
Yeah.
He's so left-footed. Even when he goes right, he tries to play the ball with his left foot.
Yeah.
You have to be a two-footed player, or it's very easy when you have the good defenders, when you get to the top level, good defenders, hey, I'm just going to shadow his left foot and make him go right. This is that was my thing with Callum Hudson-Odoi. He had right foot, no left foot. Come inside. You just shadow on his right foot and make him go left. That's simple defense for players. And so I don't have a problem. If you're buying the best talent in the world, talent is talent. They'll find a way. You can find a coach to mold talent into a team.
Yeah.
It's I'd rather have too much talent than not enough. And
I hear it. And even for the most part, like they'll be worth more and you can flip a couple at the end of it.
Sure.
Just
And
keep the best.
Which we need to do.
And so also, if you do want to do a stream on the new PRS system coming in, I got you covered.
Might have to now you mention it because I don't really know too much about the new rules, but like, I know that's your forte, so that's definitely a good shout.
All the rules are not in. They have a guideline. The PRS, what came out is a guideline. They haven't written the entire rule, like what the offset's going to be against that number, like our player sale is going to be that offset. Because right now, as it was mentioned, it didn't mention anything about player sales or anything. So they have an outline of a rule. They haven't written the entire law, the entire PRS law. Like, if I sell a player, does that offset some of the cost of the cap, right?
Or do sponsorships play a part of like TV revenue?
Well, it's all based on TV revenue. The numbers based on TV revenue. But as it was mentioned, there are no offsets. It's this number, no matter what. Okay. So most likely what they'll do is they'll go into the committee and write the rule and there'll be offsets. Okay. So if you sell players, that offsets that number, right? Because you've actually brought in extra revenue beyond what was originally planned, because sponsorship revenue, all of those other revenue, TV revenue, and to pretty much stadium revenue, you know what you're going to get from your stadium every year. All of those are static. The only thing that varies every year is going to be player sales, right? Because some year you're going to have more player sales than other. So nothing changes for Chelsea. Here's the bottom. Nothing changes for Chelsea on the amount of money we can spend based on the new PRS rules. As long as they put player sales in the rule to offset, nothing changes for Chelsea because our revenue is not much different than 4.5 times the bottom club's TV revenue.
Okay, so for the most part, we're calm anyway, and there's not really much.
That's why we abstained. If you look at the clubs who didn't abstain, they have a higher revenue than that 4.5 times. So City, United, they have a higher revenue. I don't know what Aston Villa was doing. They have a higher revenue. City makes something like 700 million a year that they could spend off of under the old FFP. Okay. Now they got there by shady means, but they're there. Okay. Allegedly, let's just say. So that's why they voted against it. And that's why United voted against it, because they have, historical revenue. They built that club is, up there with Barcelona, Real, as of clubs in the world. But it's not going to change Chelsea one bit. And actually, you'll now understand why the owners have done what they've done. Why they bought.
I never really thought we were screwed in the financial sense anyway. My worries are always on the pitch, never really off the pitch.
Well, I mean, you have this idiot runt that used to work for City running to Talk Sport every 5 days saying, Chelsea are screwed. The guy that worked for City. We're going to listen to that.
Stephen Borson, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
All he does is, oh, well, this could happen. Well, great. I could be the king of England one day, but it's not going to happen. Could not. But I just wanted to jump on here real quick, throw my 2 cents in. It's been a while.
No, I appreciate it, man, as well. Like, you just might have comforted a few more people in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Because, again, the clickbait around our club this season has been fucking ridiculous. Every day there's a new bullshit article, either about injuries or about Chelsea potentially getting relegated.
Yeah,
or we might have a 20-point deduction or whatever.
They do that for
low hanging fruit, though. That's the thing.
But people who actually know, they're not worried about it. Do you think the ownership group's worried about it? They're out there buying clubs.
They've said all season that we're fine.
Yeah,
they maintained it.
Todd Bowley's out buying clubs, looking to more clubs to add to the Blue Club project, the Blue Club company. Because under the new PRS rules, guess what? If you can bring people in for less, you can pay them less. You've got more wiggle room under that cap than other teams that don't have the conglomerate of teams to buy cheap from. People don't understand that. It's a whole system. That's why Man City's okay, because they've already got that built. They've got other teams in other countries. That's why Ineos has come in and said, all right, we need other. Ineos kind of has that with Nice, and I think they have other smaller clubs. And Liverpool's like, hey, we need to get other clubs and build a structure, because if you can, there's less money going hand to hand from club to club if it's your club you're buying. You're not going to try to fleece me if you're part of my group, right? On a transfer fee. Well, if you go outside, somebody's going to try to fleece you, because that's part of the business. So your transfer fees go down, your wage bill goes down. And then you don't.
And you've got a trusted pathway for younger players to believe in as well.
Yeah, and if you have it built from South America into Portugal, we're still looking at Sporting, buying half of Sporting, and then you've got Strasbourg in France. You can see that there's a track to get through, and for the players who don't make it to Chelsea, they don't. They're missing that extra 1% to play at Chelsea. You can go play at Strasbourg. When we build Strasbourg up, you could go play at Sporting. These clubs do have some history behind them. They're not just who the hell.
Sporting, that goes without saying. Strasbourg, I don't really know too much.
Strasbourg back in the, we're talking about way back when. that's been a long, it's one of those like a Nottingham Forest or a club that used to be, when the money thing wasn't the thing.
Okay. So around like
So-
70s, 80s, or maybe further back.
Yeah. So again, but you have a great fan base in those countries too, in the around those clubs. So Strasbourg, you saw the ultras saying they want the owners out because they thought they were going to get relegated, but they're doing okay now. That my boy Andre came into the midfield. I told you about
Dan
it.
Angelo before the injury.
Yeah, Andre, good God. And you could see just two of those players that we bought have really changed that team. Angelo carried them offensively for a while, and right now, Andre's running that midfield. So you can see, and again, they have prospects as well that are developing. That again, they need to sell them. They're not going to overprice them to a club inside of the umbrella. And so it's a win-win for all those clubs because they're not getting fleeced for transfer fees, and they know that the players we sign are on low wages, so they can afford the wages. It's not a Romelu Lukaku situation or a Sterling situation. So you're not going to see those high wages anymore. Most all these clubs are already set up. The lower tier clubs are already set up on lower wage structures. And unfortunately for City, United, and Arsenal, they're going to have to cut their wage structure. Arsenal's going to have to cut their wage structure. They're up to around 200 a year, 200 million.
They got Eddie on 100K. They got Reece Nelson on 100K. Havertz on 270.
Yeah,
I hear it.
And that's what people have to understand, that the era of huge wages in the Premier League are going to have. I mean, it's going to have to go the way of the dodo. And they get, for sport, you're making 250 grand a week, right?
Sean, I hear what we're saying about consistent mid-table, but like from what we've said in like the last hour or so, I understand we could have been so much higher if it weren't for the managerial mess-ups this season.
Well,
we'd already be looking at 5th or 4th.
Lewis, the problem is though, fans have become like there's a distrust with owners. The reason why I'm fearful of our next managerial appointment, because if they mess it up again for the third season in a row. Like,
I understand
it's
it's a big summer for them too, but like we have to understand as well, like a big reason why we've been mid-table this season is the manager messing up. And I know they've hired him as well, which is why they have to pattern it up this summer too.
Well,
but it doesn't change that the idea with these players makes sense, and it could have been vindicated if they just didn't fuck up the managerial decision.
Well, people also need to realize, and if you actually go back and you take some of the feelings out of it and you look at facts, take your feelings out of it, we've been on this trajectory for a while. Okay? Roman pumping money into this club illegally has kept us way higher than we should have been. Look at all the garbage signings we've had over the last 5 years that weren't ever good enough to play for Chelsea. The quality of player from when I started watching Chelsea till the end of the Roman era has gone this way. Let's not.
That's truth.
How much have we won in the last 5 years? It's not
I'm
comparable.
going to say the UCL and everything, but I give credit to Tuchel in the defense of that. Our attacking signings have been abysmal.
But look at
and
Roman,
we didn't make any midfield signings.
Yeah, look at Roman and the trophies before FFP and after FFP. FFP
when did it kick
Roman.
in?
12 or 13, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's when we tried to do the whole. That's when we started trying to be self-sustainable.
Yeah. So if you actually, I don't have any attachment to owners because great. I liked Roman because he, we won under him, but he's a person. I love the badge, not the owner. So when I look at it,
I'll always have love for Roman as well, but it's not like you can't bring criticisms into the table. We don't need to be sensitive about that.
I remember all the streams we were on going, these signings suck. Marina out. Remember Marina out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about now, man? So this ownership group had to come in and clean all that mess up. All those signings, all those that loan army. They had to get rid of it all. Because it doesn't fit under PR, it doesn't fit under PRS or FFP. Not legally. The man bankrolled Vitesse Arnhem so we could send loanees there.
Oh yeah, to be fair, they got a point.
Yeah, they got relegated for that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Feel so bad.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
they did. They
that
got
was
punished hard.
basically our club.
Yep.
I just don't think it's an excuse for the job they've done so far.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Just
Yeah,
as
No excuses.
I get what you
still have to be held up for
I do
criticism.
get
as well.
Justice's
Like, just
point,
like we
though,
can
because-
say Roman
Right,
should hold some criticism for some stuff in the past. We can hold the owners responsible for some stuff in the present too.
I'm not saying that they've been excellent. They have not been perfect. Yes, their choices of managers have not meshed with me.
It's not
But
just that.
look at what they came in. They came in and saved a club. It wasn't the usual, I'm selling a club and there's a year or so of transfer and everything goes smoothly. No, we got to buy this club and jump in with no run up. It's not so for what they've done. Yes, you could say they've made mistakes. Great. Yes, they've made mistakes. But look at what they had to jump into. They jumped into a fire. And
Yeah,
you
but
said, well,
just
they got a
as-
little changed. Well, no shit, they jumped into a fire.
Yeah, but for them it was a financial opportunity and they took it because there were other people that wanted to buy the club.
Of course. Do you think anybody else would have done this, been doing any
Hindsight
better?
2020,
No.
yeah.
No.
However, the other owners wouldn't have done the same thing or worse to us, like the
Sure.
the Ricketts,
The
now the
Ricketts,
group.
yeah, remember
one of those.
that? I had people say, "Oh, we should have brought the Ricketts in." Do you remember that? Oh, they're racist. Don't bring them in. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we got people saying, "Well, we should have just brought the Ricketts in."
There was a protest time, wasn't there, to
Fuck yeah.
stop the Ricketts buying the club?
I just, it does my head in sometimes that people just can't have a little bit of patience. It's like you're spoiled. Roman spoiled you. Have a little patience. Chelsea, as far as revenue, as far as what the club is in world football, is relatively a small club. If you really want to look on it, if you want to tier list it, because the top
That's
clubs
the owners have wanted to be. I've been critical, but I've never really got to a point where I'm screaming for a clear lake out or anything. Even though it's never going to happen.
I think this, to
I
me,
haven't got to that point. Directors, you got to hold them accountable for the managerial decisions. But in terms of the owners, bar again the managerial decisions, I kind of get what we're trying to do. And a lot of the players that we brought in, bar Sanchez, maybe Mudryk, and even Mudryk's starting to look like a bit of a playmaker. I understand with everything else.
No, but to me, I just look at patience, and then say this summer, all right, that this youth approach is not working. If they now correct that youth approach, and go with a little bit more experience, like they said they've been relaxing, then I'm like, okay, they're learning from the mistakes. Like Boldy last season, they're learning from the mistakes. You know what I mean? So it's just about all right, they make the mistakes, but if they keep making the same one, then I'm like, I'm on it. But if they correct themselves,
This is how I'm approaching it, right? Like when Roman obviously took over, one of the first things he did, right, was hire Peter Kenyon from Manchester United. So he kind of knew straight away he wanted people who knew what they were doing in certain positions, and he let them just do what they needed to do. Whereas these guys are kind of making mistakes I kind of thought they would make. I was hoping they wouldn't, but I was like, all right, if they're going to make mistakes, they're logical mistakes, right? I'm just at the point now where learn from those mistakes, just don't repeat them. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm seeing how Bowley, Egbali, and the whole Clear Lake consortium are handling this. Some of these people in the fan base think what they did this on purpose. They want to buy us out and then just completely run us into the ground. What purpose would that serve them financially as well? You know what I mean? To do that to us, to ruin their reputation from a business point of view, the club itself, all of it. It just, when you think about it, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So I thought common sense would prevail in those scenarios, but obviously when you mix emotions with that shit, common sense goes out the window. You know what I mean? You get all these theories and everyone just running their mouth over shit that we just don't know. We don't have the facts. Yeah, we only see what we see it, which is they made mistakes that have hurt us on the pitch, and obviously the hiring of certain managers that on paper probably were never going to work, but obviously Poch was a good salesperson and conned them into thinking he was the right person, and here we are in April. So
let's not act like the whole world didn't think that Poch was going to succeed. Look, he had pundits out there going, "Oh yeah, he's the right guy for the job." He remember he made Virgil van Dijk and Sadio Mane. He's the reason that they're so good. That was the shit that was coming out.
Yeah.
Just are you actually saying that he coached them?
Yeah, he coached.
He did have them at Southampton.
Virgil van Dijk
He had them at Southampton.
Yes,
but I don't know if he is partly fully responsible for their coaching.
I'm saying that jokingly. That's what was said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My bad. Yeah.
Like the owners, the directors hired him because of his past experience, basically. I've always said that though. Like, if we hired a proper manager, it can totally change the outlook of how we're doing and like how people perceive us. Because I tell you now, if we got fifth, fourth this season, everybody be saying it's a good season and we're on an upward trajectory. It's because how we're doing.
We can still get sixth.
Yeah, but we could save it. You know what I mean?
Win all of our games, we could have got fifth.
The only reason why we could get top six though is because of how bad this league actually has become this season. That's the only reason. Because when you think of our season, we've won at the wrong time and lost at the wrong time. As in, like, when we needed to get 3 points, we couldn't do it. We dropped points. We failed to do it, and somehow we're still in contention. That just tells me, okay, let's see the other teams who are partly just as bad, like Man United or even your West Ham, your Brightons. I don't know. I don't think the owners deserve the fans like full backing and trust. You know what I mean? But that's normal. That's normal.
Well, then back the badge. Don't back the owners. Back the badge.
Yeah.
Sure.
Simple as.
No one's saying blindly have faith in anything.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can be critical where criticism is deserved.
No, it's just like Lewis. Throughout the season, they made if you remember after that Wolves game, there was a period where it got really heated with fans, the supporters' trust, people going all out and whatnot. And then when they started coming out, that Chris Jurasek guy, I remember he said something very stupid and something very silly.
Called us customers, yeah?
The thing about the customers.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I think he might have worded that wrongly. I don't know what he meant by that. I don't know, and I don't care. But obviously, when fans hear that, they're going to get upset. Or when...
it didn't help as well that he don't like...
No, stop.
No, just...
Stop. Let me give you an old point. Okay? What way are you supposed to treat fans? Please tell me.
If what?
What way are you supposed to treat fans? Does anybody know? Is there a set rule on how you treat fans in society? Let me flip the script. Is there a set rule on how you treat customers if you want them to return? Fans return whether you treat them crap or not.
No, that's up to the person.
Customers do not return if you treat them like crap. So he wasn't saying it to slight. It's a different set of philosophies.
Yeah.
You're a customer. You're a client. I'm going to bend over backwards to make sure you return so you can spend your money with me again. That's sales philosophy. He wasn't saying it. He wasn't saying it down.
All right. Here's another one. When they go about who's the guy? I don't know his name. He owns Clear Lake alongside what's his name?
Feliciano.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He was talking about how profits are more important than winning, or something along those lines.
Can you bring? You can't say something along those lines. Bring.
Let me bring it up into. I'll send it to you, Lewis.
Send it.
I mean, the guy does run one of the biggest, most profitable financial companies in the world. But I'm guessing to
What
him.
did you say he said anyway? Because I want to see if I remember it.
Yeah, if you remember it, he said fans were getting upset because remember when he said something that they were saying that he said something like profit is more important than winning. It really got brought up around 2-3 months ago. I need to search it up on Twitter, but I'll bring it up.
Chelsea profit is worth more than winning.
That's what they said basically.
I know what interview he's talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
He's like
Bloomberg
when
or
sat
something,
down
like
and-
these financial like magazines
Mhm.
and all that.
That was when they were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the
You're
club
gonna
itself.
need to send me that. I can't find it.
So you're talking about a guy who works for a financial company said something about finances. A guy who's not involved in the running of this club, by the way. And so probably from, you know, you talk to a CFO and he talks about money. Well, he's a CFO.
I think that the fan base obviously just don't
If
like
it's
it when
someone
these
from the
guys.
financial side of the club, then whatever.
Yeah, I think the fan base just
Whatever.
don't like it when these guys talk, like give interviews, and they don't talk to the fans. Like they're talking in like Bloomberg or Forbes magazine and whatnot, and they're not talking to. They think they're going to talk to us like constantly, like every 2 months, whatever.
Like Roman
update
did.
us. They're not going
Roman
to do
didn't
that.
do that shit either.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Roman
They're not going
didn't
to be
do
that
that, but
transparent.
unfortunately, it reflected through his actions. I just
They're
don't know.
words. They're not really actions. They're words, like he said.
Oh.
And then obviously people take it, interpret it how they interpret it, and then run an agenda based on what they think they said, which
Look-
could be true, but it could also not be true as well.
I'm going to leave you with this because I know Lewis is getting antsy. He looks like he wants to go.
I'm chill, but no worries.
Look.
Sorry, Jesters, go on. Shout out Hassan.
If you didn't want these owners, or you don't like the country that they're from, or the politics of the country that they're from, you're going to find any damn thing to go against them. Okay?
Yeah.
It's called bias. And that's fine if you don't like the owners. But I like Chelsea Football Club. And they're the custodians of my club. So I'm going to shut my pie hole, support my club. Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine if you want to get mad about what happens on the pitch. But if you're going to try to search through somebody's quotes to find something to be upset about, your fucking life is going to be miserable. Because you can find bad shit on everybody.
I'm just saying, fans brought that up.
I've said from the start, the biggest problem has been the manager ID. That's been my biggest issue with everything right now. Like ever since they've come in, we've brought in crap coaches. I understand the idea.
The squad is unbalanced.
Now, what was that?
The squad is unbalanced.
From an experience perspective, I hear it. But when there's no experience, you need even more a manager with good structure.
Yeah, nah. Poch, like I've always said, I can't judge these. To me, in my opinion, I couldn't judge these players accurately because they were not in a good system. But we do need. It's not just experience, so we need quality.
Big up, Justice.
Big up, Justin.
I got one more because y'all keep doing this to me. Experience. This word.
I said quality.
Remember back in the day when everybody wanted to bring the youth through? Play the youth. What happened to the play the youth movement?
Nah, that's a different argument though.
No,
that's like
that was the time when we never used.
You don't need experience to be where we are right now. If we're trying to get 6th or 7th, no,
exactly. It's
4th and higher, okay.
Yeah, these players have never kicked ball. They've done this their whole life.
And even then, like next season, they've got another year of experience under their belts.
They've done this for their whole life. This is their job. Yes, there's some nuance they're missing because they haven't played. They're not Thiago Silva level of experience. But you act like they just stepped out of their mama's coochies to kick a ball.
You don't know. It's not just like simple like that. It's like we could have been higher if we had 2 or 3 experienced quality guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a way. Like it's just you don't like if you see the development of Jackson, if you see the development of Mudryk, you can't have so many and expect like they want Europe. Europe is important. We can still get it, but you make it more difficult.
So the owners have owned this club. So we missed up. Shit, okay, great.
They saved us by making the club mid-table, which, let me remind you, missed Champions League just 3 times in 20 years. If we are customers, then owners are pimps. Yeah, being mid-table has been a problem, and we hold them accountable, again, for the manager. That's been a big reason for that. That's been our main reason for that. And we also have to take into account as well, like, we had to have this clear-out. This clear-out had to happen. 2/3 of the squad did not want to be here, and a lot of them were just scrubs anyway.
Yeah, my issue wasn't the clear out at all. Wasn't that?
If you bring in a new squad, you have to have the right coach. You have to. And we didn't do that. You brought in a man still living off his time in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where the problem's been.
Yeah. And then,
like, I am sure a better coach would have us cooking. And then these complaints wouldn't be around.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest, based on what we've seen off the last 2 games, like even Poch himself could have cooked this season, like if he just stuck to his guns and stuck by his convictions, but he didn't. Like this is the same system we were playing in preseason and we all got gassed about. The same system.
Bar Chilwell at left wing.
No, because Chilwell wasn't playing left wing in preseason.
Not in preseason.
He wasn't playing full
not
stop.
preseason.
Yeah, he was.
Nah, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he had a couple of appearances. He had a couple.
He was a couple of appearances at left wing in the preseason.
He played against.
We were like, why the hell is Chilwell playing left wing in the preseason?
You just double check. So he played against Rex.
We had Matson at left wing mostly.
Yeah, left wing.
Yeah, that was the weird
Brighton. He started against Brighton when we beat him 4-3.
Brian is LB. I was at that game. He was left back.
Newcastle. Chilwell came off the bench. Fulham. Chilwell started. So yeah, he did start. He played left back.
Yeah, it wasn't until like the West Ham the season started. He started that Liverpool game.
It was the Liverpool game.
The Liverpool game, he played Chilwell left wing and then stuck with that.
I kind of understood because of like at the time it was Liverpool. You want to contain them, maybe be more defensive, calm. The West Ham game, he should have changed it, and he didn't. But like this is why I will not praise him. He gets no praise from me because this is the same shit he should have been doing the whole season. Everyone that played yesterday has been fit outside of the 2 centre backs, and I'll be real. None of us are going to sit here and tell me that Chalobah and Disasi, there's a massive difference. I like Chalobah. Disasi's been good this season. There's not a massive difference. And when it comes to Badiashile this season, him and Colwell, there's not a massive difference compared to what we've seen this season. So he could have easily played this same system and same formation and same way of playing the whole season, but he chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck him. The reason we are where we are is because of him. Majority. It's like 20% on the players.
Scott, I had the same argument last night with Carlito on the podcast.
Oh,
exact same argument.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll go to that point in a second. Just like Danish, like this is right in terms of when Chilwell did play because it's the same thing. I said it, I think yesterday, either on here or on casually. This is the same thing he could have been doing with Gusto, where instead of because he started doing a little bit of inverting with Gusto, like a little bit, and then stopped for like no reason. So that's fine because you didn't need Gusto to invert. He could have been an attacker, and you just have Enzo instead of going into attack, be the other holding midfielder. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because instead, you want to do this stupid 3-1-6 that we've already seen up north hasn't worked. We've already seen up north. Another manager has tried it, and every week his midfield looks more open than a stripper's legs. And now you want to try it as well because you think you know best. Cool. And you don't know best, as we've seen from this season.
And plus, Palmer drops in the midfield, so we basically end up with a 4-man midfield. So that's if you have a 4-man midfield against a 3-man midfield, you're always going to have a free man. So that's what we've done. But again, I made this same point. Why didn't he do this through the entire season? He did it in preseason.
Only Poch knows. Yeah.
My exact point.
And that's the thing. And I could hear the argument if we had a load of players come back. The only player that's come back into this team, like that was out for a long period of time, was Chalobah. Everyone else, even Badiashile, he had since like November. Everyone else he's had the whole season. Bar Jackson for like a month and a half.
Well, Cucurella was out for 2 months?
Yeah, but he was here at the start of the season, is what I mean. Like he was
Right, yeah, absolutely.
during
That's
the
what
season.
it
He was here to start the season.
Yeah.
Like outside of Chalobah and Badiashile, who are interchangeable with the other centre backs we had at the time, every single other player has been available for most of the season. Why now? Why are we 34 games into a league season and you're going, yeah, no, cool. Now we'll go back to what we did in pre-season.
I feel like he only makes
Dude,
these
it's cold
changes
like
when his
left back
job is
for
on the
half the
line.
season,
That's what I don't
Yeah,
like.
because
When
if
his hand
he's
is
getting
forced.
sacked, that's why. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, if we make 6th, he won't be sacked.
Probably
if we
not.
make
I
Europe,
can't lie. I think I'll be real. I don't think him getting sacked now has anything to do with where he finishes. The stuff he's saying in the media, bro. If he keeps his
Yeah,
job,
he knows he's given up.
Yeah.
if he keeps his job after the nonsense he said in the media, especially after the game yesterday, by the way, because I didn't see the interview, but Kavkas Alexis was telling us about it. He got asked how that rant he went on. The question he got asked apparently was, "What do you think of that performance?" or something along those lines. And he went off on a massive rant about how he's been judged heavily or some nonsense. And like, bro, they're asking you,
Yeah,
how
but
do you think you played this game?
Scott, he's been doing this since Everton away.
Like, he's lost his
So,
head.
no surprise.
I don't watch
Then
press
he came back
conferences.
today and lost his head again.
I don't
Now
watch
he's speaking out
press
in the media
conferences,
bush.
so I didn't even know any of that stuff.
Yeah, if he keeps his job, like for me, the ownership lose all authority. Because like you can't have a man speak this way, have an employee speak this way about you, and he keep his job. This will go the same for a player, by the way.
No, Scott, Europe was the minimum.
Yeah,
That
but
was the bar.
bro, like I don't care about targets. Like if I'm like a team leader or something of a bunch of people, and one of the guys that I like works for me says something like this about me and just starts going off for no reason, bro, he's sacked. I don't care if he hit every target for that year. He's getting sacked.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Scott. I didn't know about this because I don't watch press conferences. I think they're bullshit. But
Yeah, nah, he's been
most of the time they don't
speaking-
ask the right questions. The press is terrible.
most of the time they're shit
English.
questions.
Like even in that Sky Sports, I saw that he didn't even get asked specifically about that. He just went off.
Yeah, so maybe he's feeling the pressure. That's fine. I want Europe. I want Europa League next year because, unlike other teams from London, we actually win in Europe. That's why London is blue.
Facts.
No,
I know because we run rings around these other two London clubs.
To be fair, they did smack us up 5-0 last week, but
I said you backed yourself into a corner. I'm gonna hate us when we start winning. No, I'm not. I think that's not what I've wanted the whole time, bro. Oh no, my team is winning. This is all I've been complaining about for a year.
Oh, and let Arsenal not win the title this year, and Leverkusen go undefeated.
Just
every
that
competition.
shouldn't that
with like
just
what?
that shouldn't be our
happen.
focus.
Let that happen.
Just that shouldn't be our focus. We've got bigger problems here to what
No,
we
I'm
learn
talking
about.
from a banter. I'm not talking about Chelsea.
Oh, I know.
From a pure banter.
Oh, man, we got time for that. We always have time.
Lewis, even bantering doesn't feel as sweet anymore.
Oh, we
just
don't
not
lose
good.
Arsenal.
Hey, speak for yourself, man. Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, man.
I always got
you,
time for them
let you
bozos.
mugs over there in North London not win the title this year and Leverkusen go undefeated and have a real undefeated season in every competition and win every trophy that they're eligible. I won't ever hear about is your gold again because you painted yours with some Krylon that you went down to the local auto parts store. Fuck your gold trophy.
And then you gave
London
it to
is
Wenger
blue, and it
retired.
always will be until you do something outside of England. Go do something in Europe.
Right. Man, act like they're big clubs. No, you're not. You are a big club in England. As soon as you cross the border, nobody knows you. You are Tottenham. You are Tottenham, but red.
Yep.
Nobody takes you lot seriously.
Yeah.
So remember that, bozos. Shout out to Keyshawn saying, Lewis, these idiots like Johnny complaining about the owners because their favorites get sold. Truth is, we had a crap squad on high wages. It's just coaching that is bad. Facts. I've been telling everyone from the start, people trying to come up to me saying, oh, Johnny called this out first. No. Johnny only brought this up because Tuchel got sacked, Mount got sold, and Havertz got sold. It's just you all forgot that because we got mid-table the season afterwards, and it looks like he's been spitting the whole time. You say people say I'm in the mud if Chelsea start winning next season. What about him? What about him? He's the one who's actually gone against everything this club is about right now. I've just said the coaching has been my problem. So, who's really in the mud? But shout out Keyshawn. Shout out to Declared as well, saying if you want to win trophies, you bring in TD plus manager. What? Am I missing
I have
something?
no idea. I was trying
Technical
to
director plus it must be technical director. Technical director plus manager that might have experience in that. If you want to develop players, you bring in a technical director plus a manager. The owners have shown us their vision for the club with that. In terms of what?
They brought in two sporting directors. They brought in three sporting directors.
They got 3 technically, yeah.
They had 3.
Shields,
they have 2
Stanley,
now.
and Stewart.
You bring in. Oh, you're saying they've shown us a vision for the club because they haven't brought in managers and technical directors that have been around teams that have won
yeah,
trophies.
but like, the thing is, as we're like, I think people need to understand we're not in a position where we are going to win trophies with this squad. Like like when Potter got signed and when Poch got signed, for me personally, my thought has always been this is going to be the guy who comes in to stabilize the club for like a year or two to make us consistently top 4 during that year or two, and then they leave. So you go and get the guy who's going to push on and win you a trophy. Kind of similar to what Newcastle, like the position Newcastle are in. Like where Eddie Howe's come in and stabilized that club for the most part, but they're probably in a position where with a couple new additions in terms of players, they may need to look at him and go, okay, we need to move on from you to go and get a Mourinho or a 2 type where it's like, okay, now we can win something.
Scott, but was there a need?
A need to what?
To like reset in a way. Was there any? Because we were already the season before.
Clear out everyone that Roman hired. Yeah,
we had a clear out.
Whole thing.
Oh, okay. If you mean as in staff and like players, then okay.
Yeah, because we had a clear out. Like last season's a bit different because we should have cleared out and we didn't, and we left Potter with a squad of like 34 players or whatever it was, which was ludicrous. But then especially this season, like you're not gonna like. I shouldn't expect you to just go and challenge straight away, considering it was like a complete overhaul of squad. But we could have at least had a season of stability where it's like, okay, cool. You make us a top 5, maybe top 6 at worst team, where it's like we're not spending most of the season in the bottom half of the table.
Yeah, like
and you show us like a style of play that we can get behind across a whole season, not for like 3 games. And cool. Then I can allow the downs, I can allow the misses, because people forget, like we had downs under Tuchel as well. Like everyone forgets that we got battered 5-2 by a relegation West Brom side. We got beaten like 3-4-1 by Brentford. We had those games, but it didn't matter because we also had games. We also had games where we battered the other team, and we also won something. So who cares?
So let me explain this to Declared real quick. First of all, the best run clubs are the small clubs because they have to do it on a shoestring budget and they can't miss. So your technical directors come from smaller clubs because they're the ones that have to run those clubs on shoestring budgets and make sure that they don't miss on targets. So they're better at their jobs than technical directors at bigger clubs because they can miss. Smaller clubs can't miss and still be relevant. And FYI, Liverpool's new technical director, where is he from?
Where is he from?
I think he's Bournemouth or Southampton.
Well, no, like Liverpool's a little bit different because Edwards is basically overseeing their entire football operation, so it's a little bit different.
Did they bring him in? Did they bring him?
They agreed.
So he's joining. What, CEO or something?
CEO, CFO, something like that. Like he basically is overseeing their whole football operation, and then like he's getting that guy from Bournemouth, Richard something or other. I can't remember his name. They're also, I think, getting a guy from Benfica as well to like help him basically.
So yeah, people who have talent ID because that's what they do for a job. So
yes,
that's fine if you don't like who wins Stanley and them have picked. But they got the job because they were at small clubs and we were buying the players that they picked because they were good players. So they were doing their job well at the club. It doesn't matter what size of the club. It's more impressive to go get the talents at smaller clubs with smaller wage bills, with smaller money than to be Man United. Oh, here's all the money in the world. That's not impressive. Doing it on a budget's impressive. That's why these people were hired. Okay. And 2 and 2 is 4. 2 and 2 is not 1,500. And some people are making that molehill into a mountain. Okay. Just because we've had a dip doesn't mean it's going to continue this way. Okay.
Jester.
Yeah.
May I ask, is there anything you criticize about this ownership? Like anything?
Yeah, I don't like who they hired as managers.
Why do you think they hired Poch? That's not even a question for you. Like, even till this day, I try and think, why did they hire Poch specifically? Because he had that stint at PSG where he stunk it
in
out.
here. Big up, lad.
Because again,
good to see you back.
All the pundits out there said Poch is a great hire. He's a great manager. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
So you think they were influenced by like pundits and like?
No, I think that they went. I think that there was two factions. There was Bowley and Lavelle, who wanted Nagelsmann, and there was Egbali, Win Stanley, and Stewart, who wanted Poch.
Danish, I didn't, by the way, for your information. Continue. Okay.
And half of those people really aren't working at Chelsea anymore. Nagelsmann never was hired. Lavelle is not there anymore, and Bowley is acquiring other clubs.
I think Lavelle didn't want Poch. I think it was the other two directors that did.
That wanted Poch. And Egbali wanted Poch.
And it's crazy when you look back on this time at PSG, because I know I fell for the Spurs stuff.
Egbali wanted Enzo.
Yeah, but like I think one thing I've actually learned, and this actually comes from like listening to like United fans speak about Ten Hag and whatnot, especially like rants and side and that, is like it's okay to like have wanted him at the time because you thought he was going to offer you something that he wasn't in the end. Because like they thought with Ten Hag they were getting a guy who's going to play, you know, front foot attacking football, is going to play the Ajax way, you know, is going to like have something to build on, and he's completely gone away from that. So like when they thought he was going to bring what he was doing at Ajax and he hasn't, like that's not on them. Like, and the same with Poch. Most of us, when he came, were thinking, oh, okay, we're going to see a similar style of play to we saw at Tottenham, which was good. Like it might not have been world class, but it was good. And we're going to see these guys develop because he always got like the most out of young players. But we've seen none of that. Like we've seen like next to none of that up until game week 33.
Yeah.
So like that's not on us. Like I wanted Poch. When I say I wanted Poch, I was happy for him to come in. He wasn't my first choice, but I was like, okay, cool, this is a good option.
Same.
But it's he hasn't done anything I expected him to. Not even from when he came in. He's done nothing that I expected him to do from preseason onwards, like or since like after preseason. So it's like that's not me.
Scott, have the owners done anything? And big up everyone too. It's been a while.
Big up the players. Good to see you back, man.
Yeah, have the owners done anything that anyone expected them to do? Like I know I was on Poch train because I thought he was going to do well with younger players, and that's what we had. All our transfers were young players.
Yep.
But he hasn't delivered on that too. Maybe just Palmer, but that's about it. We can't say it for anything else. So he's doing his job.
His skill himself.
But
hang on,
I want to clarify my super chat is because
I'll bring that back up.
No, just I wanted to defend them or probably mislook at it. I mean, if you're trying to say people from smaller clubs do well, I felt that we overpaid for every player. So if they're doing their jobs, we would have found perfect gems, for players that we underpaid that are doing well. But we overpaid for almost every transfer.
That's not true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's not true.
Not true.
We overpaid for one.
Oh no, I'll be real. We probably overpaid for like three people.
Would it bring them all up?
A few of them.
I feel like we overpaid, and it's not. And I'm not going to say what they're worth. It's what the market was, this and that. But if these guys did their job, because Brighton is full of a team of cheap players that are overachieving. I don't think none of our players are overachieving their price. Palmer, sorry, that's about it. No one else.
Yeah.
No one else.
There's plenty of players that are. They might not be overachieving, but right now there's plenty of players who are at least playing to their price tag.
Yeah, Gusto maybe.
Oh
Gusto,
yeah,
Madueke.
Yeah, but not, you know,
Shield.
not the 100 million players, not the
which 100
the
million
most
players?
expensive players.
No, I'll be real.
We got two of
Recently,
them. If you forgot,
I'll be completely honest. Recently, and for like a decent part of this season, I think when he's not looking exposed, Caicedo has played to his price tag.
yeah, but not consistently. I'll agree with that.
The thing is with the
There's moments,
Caicedo price tag,
but not
we
what
got
you expect from
Caicedo wasn't over. It wasn't an
declared.
overpayment.
The only thing I
it
say
was
with the Caicedo price tag, we got forced to pay that much because of
no.
Liverpool.
It was a bidding war.
That's what we are, fools.
But
But
no, it was a
apparently
bidding
we got
war. That's different.
We got small
it's how badly
team.
you want the player. Of course,
Hold
you're gonna
on,
overpay.
We got
stop.
small team operators, so apparently they do good at their job. That's what you said, yeah. So they're not doing their job too.
This is a high. This is stupid. First of all,
I guess
everything
what you said was pretty
is not
stupid.
the same.
Let me clarify.
Every single transfer is different.
I'm going to tell you something, Jester, that you're going to agree with. Everyone's going to agree with. If you at the start, when these owners came in, what we wanted, right? We wanted a manager first. No, a technical director first, with a manager, and a good one, so we can build a team around it, right? That's what we all wanted, right?
No,
you didn't want that, Jester. You're nodding. You don't want it. What did you want, Jester? Tell us.
Because I don't live in fantasy world.
I'll say where you are is a bit of a fantasy world.
No, I live in reality. You
No,
live in a fantasy world. You think the owners were going to come in one summer and hire the best technical director and the best manager in the world in one summer? That's fantasy.
To go to the best to what you can get.
Do you not remember that summer? Is everybody's head somewhere else? We had a deal in place.
Justin, the biggest example you gave was Man City. You kept talking about Man City, and how's Man City run?
You're conflating things. You're conflating things.
I am conflating. Oh, no, I'm not conflating. I'm conflating.
Yes, you are.
I'm using your words against you.
No,
because
you're
all you did was talk
conflating
about their model.
something I said over here,
and you thought we all forgot, right? And when you twisted that chat, you made me jump on, right? Because I remembered that. And if I have to remind everyone, right? The Man City model, they got their manager, right? Who's one of the best, and they got their technical director, and they built around him. And it took some years, and now you see the payoff. That's what we want. Does everyone want that? Does everyone here? That's what we all wanted.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Yeah, what are you asking?
Yeah,
I'm asking what our hopes was when we got new owners, and still now, right? To get a technical director that works with a great manager that we're all happy with, and build a team around that manager. See, we've done it backwards.
No,
we've got the team. Sorry.
Oh my gosh! This is. Why don't you go play FIFA? You can get that on FIFA.
But he's saying Christopher Favell was meant to work flawlessly with Mauricio Pochettino. Like, obviously, Nagelsmann was the one he wanted to bring in, right?
There is clips of me here, right? When the biggest complaint was when we were making decisions without a technical director. I had the biggest issue. We done everything backwards. We bought players. We bought a whole bunch of players. We found a technical director that we wanted to work with, and a manager we want to work around with.
That's not true.
That's not true?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's
we didn't have.
You're just going to say it's not true?
We didn't have a technical director for one summer. In the wintertime, we had a technical director. So everything that was done in the wintertime of the first year since has been done under technical directors.
I said decisions. Tuchel was sacked without any technical director. Potter was brought in without a technical director.
Tuchel sacked himself.
Okay, Tuchel sacked himself. He resigned. Oh, I forgot.
No, based on what he did, allegedly.
Lewis, who hired?
I'm sorry,
Potter
but I can't sit here and listen to stupidity anymore. I'm out.
It's not
no worries, Jester. It's been good talking, bro.
See, Jester, I had a heap of your words for you. I mean, if Jester's going to sit here defend what the owner's decisions have done non-stop and then run away, that's what I'm going to say. I'll come here more often than I got to be honest. No, I'm not Pochettino. I don't like what the owners are doing. Everyone's not doing their job. No one is doing their job at this club right now.
No, I understand the owners coming down for scrutiny based on us being mid-table again, but my thing is just I feel like it narrows down to just poor coaching. That's what I really think it is, because now we are sitting here 9 points off fifth. We could have been already there. If we had just managed a few more games
Bro,
better.
outside of the Villa game, which was outside of his control, there are 4 games off the top of my head where you can say he had a hand in us not getting points. Like, where if we get points in all those games, we win all those games. And they're all winnable, by the way.
Time wasting against Bournemouth. Villa at home when we went defensive, when we went down to 10 men, even though we had 5 points in 5 games. 2 forwards at home against Forest. Manchester United's away. He dropped our 2 highest goal scorers away at Everton. Wolves at home, nearly every goal came down to the manager. That's just off the top of my head. That's 5.
I agree with that.
West Ham's on 5 CBs on.
Oh, bro, sorry, declared.
On a higher up level, I'm not saying the owners had you know, their job is not to come in and manage the game, right? So I can't blame the owners on the game management. I blame that on Poch.
Yes.
If the players don't play their standard, I blame the play. Like what I'm saying is that top to bottom, this club, if you go through it, right, and you question what are their role and what are their, you know, even if what were they brought in? Like if you bring in Brighton technical directors, all right, these guys haven't built a team to win trophies. But
you know what? That's ludicrous.
No, I'm just giving I'm pulling up if you were to give, you know, their strengths or not. What I'm saying is that they haven't built the team to win trophies, but they've built a great team on little money, right? So you would have thought our transfer window would have been
what fans were
full
asking
of
for
great.
like a year or 2 ago. That's what stands out, because I remember everyone was saying, "Oh, look at Brighton buying these players for like 5 million, and then we're buying them off them for 100 million or 62 million, like Cucurella, for example."
Or even Caicedo.
Yeah. So that was my super chat, Lewis. Is what I meant. Is like, okay, we didn't buy these technical directors to build a team that is going to be, you know, a trophy winning team like you would expect some other technical.
We made a cup final and then sat back against children.
We made a cup final and should have made a second one.
No, but what I
expect from this is part of what a coach is meant to do in training as well.
We played for penalties against children.
No. They bullshit. They went to get Ugarte and got outspent. And most of this fan base said, "Good, don't overspend for him."
Yeah, that's true.
Then we went and got his second option, which was Caicedo, and then he proceeded to play him like a terrorist. So you can shut the fuck up, respectfully. All these people will say, "Oh, he didn't get his players." Yes, he did. He also didn't want Palmer. He's also the reason we don't have Vlahovic and don't have a backup striker right now. So respectfully, shut up.
Yep. It's funny how revisionism works like that, huh?
And again,
when the agenda's now on the owners.
Already, you cannot tell me that this team couldn't be higher up the table with better coaching. You cannot.
This was the easiest year
behind them at a certain point. We're now 9.
Hey, this would have been the easiest year to make top 4. Easiest year.
And
I can't remember an easier time to make top 4.
I mean, and it's mostly down to him that we haven't. So, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know, but what I was getting at is, you know, even some play. Look, to be honest, players got to take some blame too, right? There was a whole thing I read about the medical team. Our medical team was halved. You know, we had what was known to be like 150 years of experience in medical experience, right? It was under Roman, it was a 90% availability rate, and apparently under Champions League, any Champions League wants an 86% at least, right? And they aimed higher. That's why we had a good record with that medical team. That gutted, and now, I mean, you can see some of the results. And they're not doing it. Like, I mean, even if you look at every department, no one's doing their job. Even I question our sponsorship that we have. That company is a questionable one too.
Big X or Infinite Athlete.
Infinite Athlete. I mean, and now that we're in breach
and
of,
also Moyo, I know I
saw
possibly an extra time, and I'm sure he even said that the players said they were tired, so I told them not to. So
yep,
we know what we saw. We dropped back at
they could go to penalties.
Like, I don't care what he said. Poch is a known liar. He's a known contradictor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, didn't he say they were tired and that was the reason why they said that?
They asked
I don't know what Moyo's talking about.
Yeah.
No, it's just glazing. because these people don't admit they were wrong.
Nah, Moyo be
That's what I mean,
glazing.
man.
Yeah, Moyo,
And this
he
is
be
not us
glazing,
defending
bro.
the ownership, but our own.
We know he doesn't want to be here, yeah? I don't think Poch wants to be here, to be honest.
Then leave. Then leave.
He took a risk.
Yeah, he's just waiting to get
Like,
paid.
it looks like he knows he's gone, if anything.
Good.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting to get his money and go. I think if there's any ounce of truth to these reports about financial fair play, I think that plays into it, and maybe they're waiting for the best time to sack him, which probably the end of the year, right? I feel like that's a big possibility. If there's any truth to it, and if there is any truth to it, then that's not more criticism for the owners. How do you get a debt-free club, and then quickly put us in a position like that? And now going forward, whichever manager comes in, our spending is very limited. That's what I'm saying. I think my overall point was that
good enough or even decently assembled in the slightest.
Yes,
but
it is.
again,
Yes, it is.
9 points off fifth. How is that the case?
Lewis, tell this guy to come jump on. He's debate back and forth.
Individual
You
brilliance.
know,
That's
space
why.
on the panel. If you got all half people in the chat right now, the way they're popping off.
I
Really
honestly thought
sacrifice the stability.
Any Pochettino player is in a Chelsea player. Is he a Chelsea fan in here? That's what I would have thought.
No, I'm not saying that. We're not saying that at all.
I'm
Like,
saying
I've never once questioned anyone's fandom. Oh, you're saying for yourself? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like who the hell's going to back Poch now? The guy doesn't want to be here.
Some people still are. I've seen tweets like, "Oh, we've improved in the last few games. Did you just forget?"
I was going to say, don't get me started. The amount of people I'm seeing now glazing him, saying, "Oh, they want him to stay after 2 results."
Oh yeah, it's retarded. So
games.
retarded.
Because 2 games ago against Arsenal, where we held 5, and Kai Havertz put 2 on our heads, and you man was
Scott,
screaming,
you know
"Watch out
they
for
were
the
waiting. Scott, you know they were waiting for a result to come out.
fact.
I brought this up earlier. Look,
Bro,
update
you know
you
what it
with banter. We are no longer 12th, 11th,
hell,
10th, or
man.
9th. We are
Do you know what it
8th now.
No, do you know what it is? People just want to be on the right side of history. That's all it is. They want to be able to say, I was on the side that won.
Yeah.
They don't want to stick to their convictions. They want to say, I was on the side that won.
But yo, this was the problem I was having.
We're winning, Scott. We're not winning
You see,
anything.
yesterday, right? When he actually did something, I credit it. But this whole year, I was on his case. But people were trying to make it seem like it was like he had something implemented and he was being patient. That's what I don't like. Trying to fake this narrative that he was doing something when he really wasn't. When it was just yesterday.
like what Moyo's saying in the chat.
Yeah, bro. Like it was just yesterday when he started doing this shit.
Yeah, and we agree on that. Everyone at the club needs to hold smoke for what they've screwed up on. Like his last comment, Lewis.
Yo, Scott.
Which one?
Supreme.
I mean, everyone in the club.
We
needs
agree
to
with
hold
this.
some-
Like, none of us are going to not say that the ownership has not made mistakes and that we don't hold them accountable for it, especially now,
Yeah.
knowing what we know. But Poch
No one's saying
still
they've
had a
done a
job to
perfect
do.
job.
Yeah. Poch at the end of the day still had a job to do that he's paid to do, and he didn't do it to the ability that we thought he was supposed to do it. That's on him, not the ownership. No matter what agenda you got against the ownership, which I'm not saying is unfounded, but Pochettino fucked up, and that's on him. He has to hold that.
Oh, Naif, hold on a minute. We have had 2 managers that have done their job. I mean, the person that's hiring the managers got to hold something as well. True?
Oh, they will hold,
No,
but
we already
at
know
the end of the
that.
day, when they hired him, they would have been like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we
well,
know that.
we see your CV, right? So we expect you to do this that you say you're going to do," and then you wait until April to make tactical changes. Until April, you do that. That's on Poch. You had all this time to make changes that he never did.
I
He
agree.
never did.
We all know that. Like, look, under Roman, it was hit and miss. We've been through so
Yeah.
many managers, and we almost praised the turntable
The
of
ruthless.
managers. Yeah, the ruthlessness of it. But someone's got to hold their hand up for the blame of hiring. If the next manager doesn't do his job too, I mean, what happens then?
Then
You just keep blaming the managers.
I hate to say it, look at fired. Like this whole idea of having a Sir Alex Ferguson for like 20 years and all that. Like, sure, everyone
doesn't
likes
happen.
that idea
Like
in their
that-
head, but
That's an
It's,
anomaly.
it's not about.
Yeah,
you
that's what I
want,
mean, Scott. It's an
ideally,
anomaly.
you want a
Is that
manager
really
for one cycle of a team.
realistic?
Yeah.
And how long does
like
the
say,
cycle
we got
last?
all these young players, right? And
How
we
long
would
does the
want
cycle
this.
last?
Well, if you got a transfer policy of 23 and under, right?
We don't.
Maybe till peak and 30. So
You've been linked with
7
Ivan
years.
Toney.
Hang on, so
for
we're meant to have a
ages, so
manager for 7
175
years.
things BS.
No, ideally,
No, I don't want to manage for 7 years.
ideally, if
No,
you
that's not
wanna-
ideal.
No, no, no,
Like,
no.
do you know
I'll be
how long
honest.
the average lifespan of a manager is?
That's
On average,
rare.
2.5 years.
No, it's low, yeah. But what's the lifespan on a good manager? On
No,
a
we can't
successful
get a
manager?
Pep.
2.5
Can't
years.
get like a Pep.
On a successful manager?
Yeah, like a Pep.
It depends.
No,
Yeah.
so when a manager is not doing their job, how we've been saying, they're not lasting more than 2-3 years, like how you said, right? But when a manager does do their job, right?
How long was Jose
And
here
this
for?
shouldn't count. And this shouldn't count
Over
for
here for like what? 3 years?
managers moving to better clubs. But
What,
when a
3
manager does do their job and the club starts to trust them and that, they do last a lot longer, yeah. Way more than that, Mark.
Okay. And
So
what's
there
that
is a
do
big
with Poch?
difference.
Poch hasn't been good, so he should leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anyone here is advocating for him.
Xavi, I'm not gonna lie. We all know Poch has been the problem since last year. It's too late to be like Poch out now. We've known for ages.
Talking to me, Keyshawn.
I think they're making a
Xavi. He was like,
Chevy, I'm guessing.
yeah. So that's why people are now switching onto the board now, because we knew from time ago that Poch is already the biggest, like the number one problem that you just have to get out. We knew.
I'll be fair to declare though, he's been harping on the board.
Yeah.
Like he was more board focused than Poch. I think that's the. I could be wrong, declare. This is your point. I think that's the point you're trying to get at. Like the board need to hold smoke, like more smoke. You feel me?
Yeah, they definitely should.
Yeah, because I'll give you my opinion. Yeah, like, that's why I brought up because the owners never came here and said what they wanted to do. Right? They did, and when Bolly was talking a lot, he did praise like the Red Bull model and so on. Right? And if every action they do at the club is very similar to that, then is that what they want for us? Do you know what I mean? That's where I start to question it. Is this what they really want? Like you're hiring a manager that only had his only praisal, right, was like Potter and Poch was that they did great with young players. You get a technical director that buys and finds great young players, and if everything's about development and nothing's about really trophy winning, then you start to question: is this the model? Is this the plan they put forward that beat everyone else's plan to get in front of the club? Because you also got to remember Roman structured the payment plans of the sale into money back invested into the club. That one, there was 1 billion for the stadium, and then I think another, not far off it, 600-700 mil for back into the women's team, the kids, the academy, and the first team. There was the money they spent is the money they had to put in already. For that was a decade agreement. They haven't put money themselves. They haven't developed they haven't increased our marketing. They haven't done nothing. And then basically that's what I'm trying to get at is the choices, the actions they're doing is questionable. That's why I've been on the case, right? And from top to bottom, no one has been doing their job. And that's what I mean. Poch, even players, some players you can question, they haven't been playing to their potential. And you go from the owners, you go from the directors, no one. That's why I think that's our big problem. That's why even you sack Poch now, we could still have a recurring problem, right? That's the way I look at it. That's why
If
I'm
you
not
don't
too
bring the
happy
right guy
Poch is
in,
out.
No. But declared, I'll be honest, we have to just get rid of Poch. It's not even like a Man United issue where managers just.
I'm not sure what to call you, Bush, but listen, I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement, right, about getting Poch out.
Yeah,
right. So we don't have there's no point in bringing it up because we all agree with you, right? What I'm getting at is that once Poch is gone, I'm still not that confident.
Yeah.
That we're
I
going to
agree.
that we're going to transform, right? And then we're just going to be this great team. I think there's more people liable. I think more people have to do their job. I think there's more
going to be a
to
great
it than
team
just the
like
manager.
that. I think they're trying to lay the groundwork down. They're trying to. At Chelsea, I feel like we don't develop young talent. I think they're trying to do this now. They're trying to skip the middleman because they know the prices are outrageous. So they're trying to get these young talents in early. So that they can have them. If you're good,
we had
you stay on
one of the
team,
best
and if you're bad,
academies.
you leave the team.
We were making
No, we
we were making Premier League level players.
Oh, it's
Even
Scott.
if they weren't
No,
good
we're
enough for
not.
Chelsea. Even if they were good enough for Chelsea, they were still good for the Premier League.
Fuck this academy nonsense. Like, because there's a massive difference between being Premier League level and being able to play for a relegation threatened like Burnley or Sutton and being able to play for Chelsea. There's a huge difference.
Yes.
No, but at a development level, Scott, is what I'm saying. If you're producing that type of player that can even play for the Premier League, even the relegation type team, that's still good results. And for an academy. For an academy, Scott, not for a top level cut. For an academy, like Southampton's one of the best academies. It's from where the players are being produced. If you can create that type of player, because to make a Chelsea level player or a top 4 team, player is very difficult. Like, I mean, the chances are very low. It takes something more than the academy sometimes, and that happens once. Every 100,000 kids.
So
or
instead
more,
of
I'm not
spending
even sure
big
numbers.
money on these players that are overrated, they're trying to get their players while they're young. You get that?
Correct.
There's something called FFP that's around, so they can't just dole out money to the best players right now. Like, you get that? So they're trying to skip the middleman.
Are you happy how our money is being spent? I don't think.
Yes.
I don't think we spent it as well.
I don't have any issues with the players that we bought, except for maybe Mudryk and definitely Sanchez.
Mudryk, Sanchez. Oh,
Like, Sanchez is the only outright. Like, what the fuck were we thinking?
Yeah, Lewis, you're out on Sunday, yeah?
Yeah. I'm out 100%. Bank holiday weekend.
You're not going no more.
Yo, I'm just getting my tattooing on.
Oh shit! Which one are you getting now? It's Ashley Cole. Oh no, Silver. Fucking hell, my bad. How the hell did I mistake that? Oh dear. Fucking hell.
This is black and grey, probably. Racist bastard.
But yeah, like, Sanchez is the only one that I outright think we've wasted money on.
Facts.
Yeah.
Even Mudryk, I'll give him a bit of time. Like, I see a playmaker in him. He's got good passing.
Yeah.
Everything else he needs a bit of time with. Like, I believe enough in the passing. Shout out, Alex. Welcome to the chat, bro. Hope you're good.
I think Mudryk's got to.
I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to lay the groundwork down. I don't think we had this.
Matt and he's
level of
spreading
development
legs all the time,
growing.
always. Why are you spreading your legs at the tattoo shop all the time, man?
He's got no more skin left. He's got no more space left.
It's bank holiday weekend, isn't it?
Green Alex, mate.
Oh, pick up. Dick cleared.
Bank holiday weekend.
La Bush.
Dick's on the mic.
Oh my
Sean.
God.
La Bush. If you're old enough, you know.
What does that mean?
Damn.
Oh, you don't even know who you named after, are you?
That's not even my government name.
No
I
way.
would hope so.
No way.
Imagine your name was actually Bush.
No, that's not my government name. Of course it's not.
No way. I thought it was your real name. No
Oh no,
way.
Alex.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm dead.
Anyway, I just wanted to know why Scott saying that academy, what, like, if Chelsea is not had a good academy, who has it then?
I hate the academy, man.
Which one is the best academy in the world? And let's see how many players are getting into their team
No,
from
Alex,
that academy. Bush, shush.
Oh
Your
my
name is
days,
not
man.
Scott. Even pretend your name
Not
is
on
not.
me. He might be taking a call or something.
Oh, Scott.
No, I'm here. I'm just listening to the nonsense.
Well, it's opinion. It doesn't mean
it's
that
not.
if somebody.
Whatever.
Okay, what's not opinion? You're saying that the Chelsea academy is not good enough? It's not. Is that?
No,
is
I don't
that
think it's
bad?
enough. Like we've had this conversation so many times, and you keep wanting to go back to it when we've had the conversation about 1,000,000 times, and we know where we both stand because you focus on quantity, not quality. Quantity.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to
even on
quantity
the
of players
quality,
we produce,
There is
yeah,
quality.
quantity. Undeniably, we have the best academy in the world in terms of quantity. Quality, absolutely not.
but
Agreed.
even the quality of what you're asking for, it's not. It's like, okay, I understand you saying we're not. If you would say not good enough, that means that nobody has a good enough. There is not a single academy has a good enough academy to fulfill that starting 11. That happened one time at Barcelona when 2 players from same academy or 3 players from same academy make it in the starting 11. The rest of the world, top clubs, never do.
City have.
And in how many years too?
City have what? Hold on a second, Declare. Hold on a second. How many City players from the academy?
They've got a lot of quality.
3.
Morgan Rogers.
No, starting 11. There's only one Foden. I know.
No, 3. There's 3.
Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob. Those are the ones they have.
And before Bob, it was Palmer. So 3.
Yeah.
And hold on a second.
And all 3 of them are good enough. By the way, all 3 of them are good enough to play in that first team consistently.
Well, so I don't know if you're counting Lavia or not. I don't know if you.
No, I'm not. Because he didn't play. Like, he is good enough to play in that team.
I'm trying to reel off City Academy players.
Just because they shorten some department and stuff with the kids, that means that they're quality. Yeah, that's right.
No, because they can go into that first 11.
No,
first team
they start because of their shade in that department. If they had it, they never seen the light of that starting 11.
Huh?
And this whole Premier League is full
and the
of
only
Chelsea
one is
academy
Foden.
players.
The rest of them,
No,
because the department is short.
A bunch, but okay. Lewis has played a bunch. He was playing over Walker at times last season.
Oh, wrong Lewis.
Like against us, my man dropped Walker and played Rico Lewis against us and had an inverting into midfield.
Yeah.
Because he didn't think Walker would work. Actually, no, it wasn't last season. It was the season under Tuchel.
Really?
Season before.
Oh, hold on a second. So he played. So he played.
No, that was last season at the end.
My God, he played literally. He played a couple of minutes because Walker needed the rest, and you're saying that's oh my word.
He's also played more since, Alex. Like I don't know if you understand this, but they can play more.
And it does not make sense though.
Cool. So, again,
that means Liverpool's got a better academy.
You asked a question.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't like that answer. I gave you an answer to a question.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it's because that's why I'm saying no. Now, you said it's a fact. I said it's opinion.
Play. Yeah, cool. It's subjective, which means why are we going around in this circle again? Like
it's
I
not
said,
subjective, Scott, because your expectation from academy is unrealistic.
Exactly.
No, my expectation from an academy is exactly what we had for.
So
no, here's how this is going to go. No. Let me make something perfectly clear to you. You don't tell me what my expectation is because you don't know what my expectation is because you're not me. Let's make that perfectly clear from the off. Same way, I don't have an expectation about what you think because I'm not you. Cool? Glad we've got that.
Where does your expectations come from?
Glad we've got that cleared up. My expectation for our academy is exactly what it's been for however long it's been going on for, which is it is for selling players. You develop them to a certain level, which we always have done, where they're good enough to play for a Burnley or a Crystal Palace.
That's
and
a
sell
non-point,
them.
Scott. Where does your expectation come from? What example have you gathered to have that expectation?
The fucking.
I'm not you.
However many years we had of Roman, however many years we've had of Roman prior. That's what my expectation of this academy is because that's what it's always been.
Outside of Chelsea, right? Where have you had that example to say, I want that for Chelsea? Like, I've seen this happen, so I want it at Chelsea's academy.
I mean, I'd love to have an academy like City's or Barca's where you produce like talent that can go and play to that level. Like, whether it be, I'm not asking them to start every week, but can be part of the squad and like play consistently. But thankfully, well, I say thankfully, I said thankfully actually because Vic said thank God. Because of the way it's turned out, we don't. Like, we just don't have that as an academy. Like,
Scott,
that's just
let's mention all the top players from Chelsea Academy that actually played in the starting 11 or any top 4 teams in any league, and let's compare them to City.
Cool. If we're gonna start naming people that were here at like 10 years old, then that's cool. Then we can like log off here.
What do you mean 10 years old?
Because I guarantee you're gonna bring up Rice when my man left and is a West Ham.
No. I'm gonna bring players like Ake. I'm gonna bring players like what's his name? That play for started the what?
Musiala.
Christensen,
Musiala. That's the actual Chelsea. What's the name? Robin Loftus-Cheek. That's
Tomori.
actually
hang on. You're talking about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who this fan base said wasn't good enough. Okay, thanks.
No, you. Oh wow, you picked one player.
It's what where the player's playing at. That's what you base
Scott,
it
don't lie. Scott, don't lie.
You see what I'm saying? This is why it doesn't make. This is why I'm saying it's like I understand your point. I just saying if you're saying that Chelsea is not successful, you cannot say somebody else is better. That's my biggest thing. I think it's actually nobody has a really, really good academy. It depends what you want from the academy. If what you're saying, maybe that's what Declare is right. Your expectation of academy, it's never going to happen with any of them. Because there's no academy in the world that can fulfill starting 11 that fights for the title all the time. Not a single academy can fulfill that team.
Again, I'm not asking for that. I've never asked for that because I don't want that many academy players in the first team, squad.
I understand what
That's
you're
never been
saying.
how it is. No, because you don't. You quite clearly don't. My stance on our academy and where we constantly butt heads about the academy is I don't want 6-7 academy products in this first team. This fan base, and by extension, it seems some of the people on the panel seem to think that we need 7 academy players because our academy is good enough to produce that level of player.
But
my opinion and what I've said from day one has been no, we don't. No, we don't have the ability.
But your thing about the good academy is the quantity of the academy players in the team. Like when you're saying you rate the academy, it's based on quantity of the players playing in your first team. That's your first thing that you said. So I don't understand then how you can say like I see what you said. You I think you stopped with academy. You can pinpoint when Mount and Gallagher became like the subject of academy. I don't think anybody had the problems with academy before that. I just think that's the period when the split started, when the Mount came from the academy. And that's the biggest thing that Chelsea fans are singing is he's one of our own, whatever. Because the last time that happened was JT.
Yeah, JT.
And our club was actually craving because everybody in the world. What? Well, that's a smaller category of defense. Does it make sense? Like everybody wants Ruben Loftus-Cheek to succeed. Don't get me wrong. There's not a single person I don't think didn't want him to succeed.
Yeah.
My point is, it's when the split became obvious that academy versus thing. Because before that split, everybody was saying how good the academy is. How come none of the players can make into the starting 11? Why we always have to buy? Remember that argument before the Mount? That was number one argument. Then when Mount came into the picture from our academy, the starving people that asking for that thing, all of a sudden, like, you know what? We don't have no voice now. Like, we cannot say it because Mount, don't get me wrong, Mount started real well. First year and a half. Real well against at Chelsea. The problem is then the crash started and everybody was like, oh, we want this, but we also wanted the JT, for the academy. It's like a freaking brand that everybody wanted. All of a sudden, the brand did not accept that, like how you said, didn't
deliver.
Yeah, didn't deliver. All of a sudden, everybody was like, start shitting on academy. Academy did not become academy overnight bad with Mount getting in the first team. The years before Mount, people need to realize, and I will stand on this ground, I think the minimum amount of players that from academy will make it to the team that fights for the title, because you have minimum error to lose any kinds of games to win trophies, and you have minimum time to give those young players amount of time for them to develop. This is the biggest thing that I said it from the beginning. Academy and first team do not ever fulfill their dreams together. Like, oh, I want to be at Chelsea. You do. But number one thing that youngsters have, it's they don't have a patience. They don't want to go on loan now because they think we're going to make money quicker they can start 11 quicker at the different teams. Back in the day, they had patience, they understood. Like I said, now kids are growing up quite fast. They become quite fast, understanding that the money is involved, my career is short. You see what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, back in the days, Christensen, do you remember Christensen? How dare he will ask for the first team play at Chelsea? You see what I'm saying? He wouldn't. But like but he went on loan. What happened to guy that went to Newcastle? What's his name?
Livramento.
No, Livramento.
Pochettino,
He did not even had the. He didn't even wanted to actually fight for the place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
He
he
went
would have been in the previous ages, he would have go on loan and prolonged that loan to become a first team player. He could.
Yeah.
But nowadays, kids don't want to. So academy does not work with the starting 11. Stop this nonsense. It never did, never would. Never.
I hear the case. I hear your case, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Like kids, the younger players are growing a lot quicker now, and there's more money available from other clubs. You'd rather just take that.
And they bank on themselves. Yeah, I was thinking as well what comes down to it. And this is obviously isn't the case for every footballer because there are certain situations like Livramento, for example, this doesn't really apply to. But I think as well, because I think the quality of a lot of teams now is worse, especially like the bigger teams. So if you're like, for example, excuse me, if you're like a midfielder coming through like United at the moment, let's just say, if you're looking at that midfield and going, they've got like Ericsson, McTominay, like they look at some of their guys they've got, and I can't get into that midfield. Cool, I'm just gonna leave because I know I can get like it's like you said, Nathan, like they're banking on themselves and they know okay, I can play in a Premier League midfield, so I'm gonna just go elsewhere. If I can't get into this midfield with these players, cool, I'm gonna just go and play elsewhere because I know I'm good enough to play in a midfield.
But back in the day, Scott, we will accept to go on loan versus go permanent.
No, I agree, but I agree, and I think it is patience as well. But I also think it comes down to because like if you're like a youth player coming for United in the same scenario, it's like back in the day, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like even if I bank on myself and think, oh, okay, I'm a good player, like I've got a long way to go to get in instead of like a Carrick or a Scholes or a I'm forgetting so many United midfielders, but you know what I mean. Like there's these quality midfielders. I've got no chance, even if I bank on myself, even if I think I'm a good player. So let me go out on loan to really prove myself and show I can hang with these guys. But yeah, like when they're challenging.
See, class of '92 is the people still think that this is.
That's not normal.
That's not you know why it's not normal. First of all, people forget that the rules were completely different at that time. You cannot bring certain amount of international players into your team in the first place. You had to deliver from the U Academy. People don't get that. Look up the rules when that in the 90s, what English clubs had to do to even compete in European competition, or how many internationals allowed in that. That's how they did it back in the days, not because they wanted to.
That, except Italy for a period.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's the things that people don't know. Class of '92, it's people think of what it's supposed to be happening in the top class. No, it's the thing that happened naturally because you weren't allowed to buy that many players from in your team, so you had to progress your own youth. That's what it was.
Everyone's aware of it. It's the homegrown player rule. Think of a more aggressive homegrown player rule.
Yeah, that's
basically it. And the Italian one was a great example because Italian was.
By the way,
once the Italian national team started doing badly, right? And I remember Inter Milan fielded a team with not one Italian player in it. Now, it was Inter Milan that they fielded a team one time with not one Italian player on the team. On the starting lineup.
I see what you're saying.
The time of Ronaldo and yeah, when Vieri wasn't there, Vieri wasn't in the lineup and that. And this is where everyone started asking questions. So as soon as the national team did badly, they called for an aggressive homegrown quota. And that was a little bit kind of the downfall of that league because all the international players went somewhere else.
The more I think about it, like depending on how deep you want to go with it, like pause. When you think about like youth teams and academies, like in my mind, like I'm just thinking about some of the top academies in the world that I would consider. A large, like, not many of them, aren't like the top teams because of that problem. Like because of the problem of like you're not getting into the team.
Mm-hmm.
So like even though they might have the facilities, like for example, right, the two that I just went to off the top of my head are in France, and it's Le Havre and it's Rennes, and it's like because they'll produce
Ajax in the 90s. What they did is for the youth.
Even Alex, even Ajax up until like recently, up until they lost like Van der Sar and what's his name, Overmars.
They brought a lot of players
producing like good players who could come into the first team. And it's like that's the thing. If you can produce guys who can come into the first team, at least contribute straight away, even if they're just squad players, that then sets them up to have a good career because it's like at least like to begin with. Obviously, they might fizzle out earlier, but because you think of like I'm just thinking like a Rennes, for example, and I can think of like a good 5-6 players that they produce that are playing at the top level or have gone on to play at the top level for other clubs, and it's because they can afford to play them where like a PSG or a Lyon in their prime or something can't because they're like challenging for titles or they've just got the top end player sort of thing. So like.
I like me and you. I technically don't disagree on the academy. We just like quality wise disagree. But
yeah, that's
both
of
us actually.
When I look at this academy, I don't disagree with the idea that when it comes to quantity, we have, especially in England and in the world, we're top 3 in terms of producing guys that you can send that will be able to play in a top 5 league for a, let's say, mid-table and up team. I would say we are up there 100%. But if you're going to talk to me about the actual quality of guys we produce that can perform for our team and can perform at the top level,
the thing is producing.
That's where I have the issue with.
The thing is producing. What was actually Chelsea was really good with English talent. We find the best English talent in the Chelsea academy. If you think about it, you see what I'm saying? It's only English because the English youth is actually, that's why the whole freaking people in the know saying that they do, because they talk to those youth English coaches and they're the ones that push that English youth. But that's actual normal if you really think about it, because Germany national team, you can, like I said, you can trace your national team, how good they are. It depends how good your youth team is at that certain time, because that youth team is milking and they grow together and they become good on international when they're adults. That's why English youth team, that U21s that win and win Robin Loftus-Cheek, they win in those tournaments, they grow up and they become more better players later for international. My thing with the whole youth situation, it's not the club. It's international. Now Chelsea start to buy more international youth players. Maybe then quality will show, because at the end of the day, our youth coaching what first 11 looks like. We're coaching them system team players. The players that come from overseas, they coach as a football ability. They don't coach systems. Do you think Brazil coach system? No.
No way.
You see what I'm saying? You think Argentina coach system? No. But this is how Chelsea plays. This is how Liverpool plays. This is how Premier League plays. So when the team when the quality player, quality potential, let's say it, quality potential player comes to England and he's tried to play football as a football player, not system player, he looks odd. He looks the guy that has a stamp on his forehead. You watch, what's that sentence? Like the black sheep or white sheep or something, like you are of the ordinary, out of the whole thing. You look different. You look different on the field because you look lost. He's like, running? What? Why? What? That's what actual football is going through right now.
You think that's a problem with Mudryk too?
I don't know. How, like, it's not only Mudryk. It's not only Mudryk. It's you can call it with the youth. You can call it like why is you see that's another thing that people misrepresent the youthness, the how you say it, the youth of the person. It's not the same as the like Scott saying quality when you become a young player, like established player. It's two different things. The biggest thing that youth player does not does all the time, it's been inconsistent. No matter how good you are as a youngster, the youth in you will make you inconsistent. So when you get experience, you understand that you made the wrong choice. And that's between you and your head battle when you grow up. Scott, for example, saying experience becomes of how much you played already. Doesn't matter where. You got that experience even if a young age. And it's true. So, for example, when people mature, thank you. So when people like, oh, Mudryk, I don't fucking know. Because based on how I see him, he makes one move one time good. Next 10 move, he makes him wrong. Tell me, is it youth or is it inexperience or this talent? I don't know because I don't see it yet. Back in the day, this guy, I didn't even see him because he would be somewhere on loan. He wouldn't be starting for my club. He wouldn't be starting on any top 4 teams in the world. Do you see what I'm saying? How I can make a judge on a kid that I didn't supposed to watch him in the first place? Same with Madueke. Madueke makes 3 good dribbles, 1 bad one. One decision he makes. Sometimes he makes the decision when he should pass. Sometimes he makes the decision when he should shoot. That's the youthness of the person. But this is something you can see that it becomes better. With Mudryk, I kind of like push him back a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what he makes. I can see what Madueke does is youth problem. I don't like him because he's step over kid. That's my just personal agenda against the guy. But I don't know. I really don't know what's the difference now. Because those prods that I'm watching right now, I didn't supposed to watch them at Chelsea. I didn't. This is what's that kid? They used to go to the old kids games. We used to come on the streams over here. Pokudoku. Pokudoku is the one that this is what Pokudoku's dream. Watching Chelsea now, because this is like seriously, this is Pokudoku's dream.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
God. No, I hear you. I just didn't expect that.
I get what you're saying.
And I think that's where my annoyance about the academy comes. It comes from people like that. Because I was thinking about what Alex was talking, and I might be wrong in terms of the academy, in terms of the players we have in. Because I was thinking off the top of my head, and there are 3 players when everyone's fit, obviously, because one of the players that I'm thinking of is not fit. There are 3 players from our academy that I think is good enough to play in this as a squad player, at the very least, in this team. And that's the same as City. I still think that more often than not, the talent the City produces from the academy is better, but I think they also produce way less players, that are going to play at the top level. So it's like they almost have more time to focus on the gems, so to speak.
But Scott, the quantity's the same. It's just that you don't see them.
No, but I'll be real. I don't think the
same.
The best.
I mean, the quantity that goes through them. I mean that because 1 or 2 gems pop out is probably because the lack of everyone else that's come through.
No, but I know people go through that City academy. Like Wolves just bought a City academy product. Obviously, they had Lavia and they had a guy they sold to Ajax. I know they do. I'm saying I think they just produce way more gems than most people at the moment. That could all change because it was Barca at one point, and they've fallen off a cliff when it comes to bringing people.
Oh
to the
yeah, I
academy.
agree.
Like it was Ajax, but then again they've fallen off a cliff because their structure's a mess. So there'll be spells, and I will say Chelsea has been a one constant when it comes to producing players of a certain level. Whether it's the level that's good enough to play for Chelsea is a different topic, a different conversation.
And I think
as long as they can contribute, I don't care. That's the thing. My thing has always been as long as they can contribute to this team in a positive way. That's why I don't think that guys like Gilchrist and Gallagher are good. I don't think they really contribute.
Even if we do, Scott, we need come off the bench to help.
I agree. But that's why I said I agree. But if you look at who we've got in the team, I'll be honest, we could start like going forward. We could start most weeks with an academy product, with 2 academy products in the team if everyone was fit, and they wouldn't look out of place. And they deserve to be there, I think, based on ability, which is rare. I'll grant you. But yeah, and as I said, I think that another one can be a squad player. Yeah, I think at the moment, at least, there are not that many academy players that we've got currently. When as in actual have come through our academy, not like your Cassidays and Washingtons and them, man. Like that I think can come into the first team and contribute. I like the look of Achimpong out, like on a complete side note in the game.
But if you think about it, those players that we got for serious substantial amount of fees, if you think about it, those kids that we supposedly got in youth for the future, we buying them for serious money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can maybe flip them later, like the kid Dujon Richardson.
Maybe it's not a good term to use. Maybe when you're buying,
things could go either way. It's a gamble.
No. I know what it is. It's a gamble. I'm saying like the gamble is buying a 15 million, 18 years old, 16 to 18. That's a gamble. We're paying 30s, 40s.
We're not though. Like for most players, we're not. Like for the guys that are going into like the Premier League 2 team into the academy, we're not. That's been for the most part. That's been the actual like positive, one of the positives out of this ownership group in terms of the guys they've bought. When it comes to the young players they're buying to the academy, they are buying guys who are improving the academy. Like Washington has improved the academy. I think Cassiday has before he went out on loan. Like guys like this, I think Angelo would have done that had he stayed. Do you know what I think one of the bigger problems is when it comes to this academy that has nothing to do with the academy? The more I think about it, I think it comes down to the manager as well.
It's a system.
System as well. But what I was going to say is the manager in terms of like, for example, and I was just thinking about this with Achimpong, like if you've got like the fact that we've spent most of the season watching Gilchrist, and this isn't me trying to bash on Gilchrist, but like we've watched Gilchrist play out of position, and we've had a whole time, and he could have played, and we've chosen not to. And it's the same with other things where like there have been moments where we could have given academy players more time, more opportunities, and his manager has chosen not to. And he's not the only one. We've had other instances of that happening, and I think that can hurt as well. You've got like the manager has to be sure to find the right guy from the academy to like bring up.
Yeah,
because I think we've done that in positive moments and in good moments at times. I think of like Humphreys, for example. I think was a positive when we brought him in.
I gotta shoot, but I want y'all to think about something when y'all until the next stream. All those quality players that you think that the quality is, you rate them as a quality player. I want you to think of this. Do you think the quality of the player resembles of style of the game we play nowadays? You see what I'm saying? Is the quality of the football or footballer and the quality of the style or the way the league is being playing lately with Jurgen Klopp system or that whatever. Do you understand that my beef with this football goes to shit is? I want you to think of if you go and get those kids from overseas, do you think that they've been coached how Premier League looks like?
No.
I think it comes down. I think it comes down. I do think it comes down to that, and this I do agree with what you said about the system thing for a slightly different thing, and this is why I think that the Barca Academy and this there's no for me there's no. It's not a surprise that wherever Pep has gone, the academy of the team he has gone to, there has been large success because of one of the things he does, and I don't know why more academies don't do this. Maybe they do, but every academy should be doing this. Is he makes sure that whatever way we're playing in the first team, every single youth team going from under 21s to under 12s is playing the same way.
So they're not clueless when they play in the first team.
Yeah, and this is if you go up an age group, it's fine because all you've got to work on is the physical side. Because when it comes to like tactics, it's the same way. You're playing the same way.
What I'm saying to disagree on you on that. I understand what you're saying. It's all good, The problem is eventually the football is like a circle, like it's waves. Like when you can say that Pep is living, he creates academy. I don't think he did, because I think La Masia even known before Pep was there. But La Masia became irrelevant when the quality from the youth team did not come for the ranks. That's when Griezmann start to be, because when you have to go buy, the prices are not the same that you get them from the youth. So you have to invest a lot of money. All of a sudden, those invests that you make 100 mil, Griezmann, if they flop, you're in a big hole. Everybody has that way thing. Borussia, what's his name? Bayern Munich always had privilege to buy from the lower teams in the same league. The problem is when the quality goes down in that league, they have to go buy. They have to go buy like the player, like what's his name, like Harry Kane. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way thing I'm talking about. It's. I understand that you're saying in the perfect world it is, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's actually gonna. For example, if Pep leaves, I understand that they have a system that can kind of, how you say it, patch the holes when Pep leaves. But at the end of the day, it's still kind of like a lottery. You know what I'm saying, Scott? So I don't know.
No, but what I mean is, like, say what I was getting at in terms of the academies and with Pep, and I agree with La Masia, like it was still big, but I'm saying, like, so let's say, for example, right, Pep leaves and they go and get fucking, I don't know, De Zerbi, first name that came to my head. I don't think they will, but first name. He might have a different way of playing to Pep, which is fine. Make sure every single team in the like, make sure everyone from the first team to every academy team is playing the same way. For this talk of
the style wise, yes.
Yeah.
Right,
don't make it so that, like, the under 21 playing counter-attacking football, but they get to the first team and it's possession heavy, like
Scott, you know what's the best thing about Chelsea?
I think that's where academies go wrong or like not academies, clubs go wrong, where like, and then it's a harder, like,
do you know why Chelsea Academy is one of the best academies was considered for on the broad stage? Because Chelsea Academy know for one thing above other. It's not about the style. It's about the players that could play in multiple positions. So when you sell those players, you're not buying, like, for example, if you're buying somebody from La Masia, you're right. The way they play in, it's all from 12 till they graduate, right?
Very specific.
So very specific ways. So it's like a conveyor belt. One biggest thing with conveyor belt is if something breaks down, conveyor has to stop. With the way Roman is running the academy, I know people don't like it. It's not. We're not gonna produce what's his name, Messi, but it's a multiple system that you can. For example, if one team binds another player, they're looking. Oh, if I'll buy this player, he can also fill a little hole over here if he can. Declan Rice, he could be a center back. He could be a defensive midfielder. You see what I'm saying? That's the best thing about Abramovich Academy. So I said I was going to go, but you kept me interested in the conversation, which is brilliant conversation to be fair. But another thing, before I forgot, I saw, what's his name? My friend from Texas, what's his name? Uncle Jester. Yeah, Uncle Jester. He's right. One thing that this ownership slightly people don't understand, maybe when that set fee comes in, those youth will pay off then, because the wages are going to be a big restriction for the buys at the next future 5 years, maybe, or something. Maybe that's why Todd Bowley is actually looking forward than just us fans. You know what I'm saying? That could be one of the, and Jester was right. But by the way, big up, just a long time no see. Always like.
Yeah, it's good to see him back.
I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the conversation.
Take care, man.
Alex.
Big up, brother.
Alex.
It was a good discussion. Maldini's also just dropped this out saying Arsenal are one of the clubs in discussions to sign Esteban. But doesn't really surprise me either, because if he's meant to be better than Endrick, you're going to have the rest of Europe looking at him. So
that
don't shock me too much. But Yeah, we've been going for nearly 3.5 hours, which is fucking crazy. I want to try catch SmackDown, and I need to put 5 things we learned out as well. So, gonna wrap this stream up here, but we're gonna do a watch along tomorrow, so keep a lookout for that.
Wait, we playing tomorrow?
No. I'm
Sunday.
gonna do a hate along. We play Sunday.
Cool.
Sunday, yep.
Cool.
So until then, I'll redirect over to Northside. He's live with Deji. So everybody head over there, tell Deji hold that. And yeah, big up to everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's hope we beat West Ham. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
And yeah, up the Chelsea. Pot Chelsea.